Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers? What's up, gamers?
Oh, what's up, gamer? I like that energy, Ryan.
Okay.
Coming in with the, yeah.
I gotta keep up with you two somehow.
That's fair.
Hey, you won't have trouble tonight, Ryan. I think you're good on that front.
I mean, we'll see. I woke up very early this morning with very little sleep, so please be excited.
I'm just kidding. I've got all the energy in the world for this. I'm pumped. It's Metroid week. Let's do this.
It is Metroid week. We've managed to scare the ladies away because we said we're going to talk about Metroid, and they said, "Well, I guess we'll get the hell out of here."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it's literally the most lady game that Nintendo puts out there.
Dang.
Like of all the games.
Dang.
Not only is that true, Metroid Prime 4 in particular is very like. The themes are very ironic, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get into all of that. This is why we brought on Carpool Gaming's resident Metroid expert, Ryan.
That's me.
To the show tonight. So we're glad to have Ryan here.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
I want to say, Ryan, I am glad that you're here. I had a special request from someone who we both enjoy very much that they wanted more Sean and Ryan. And by extension, Seth and Ryan.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad we can help them out. I mean, believe it or not, we get that request all the time, Sean.
That's what I'm saying to you, man. People want it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go. You got to come here to get it.
Well, here you are. You better be here.
In the corner.
One of these days, people are just going to show up and they're going to see the announcement, Ryan and Sean, brand new Carpool show. It's just Ryan and Sean. That's exactly what
That's
it is.
the show. The Ryan and Sean show. That's like a radio show. It's like a morning show.
Yeah. Ryan and Sean in the morning.
Yeah. Pepper and Dylan, you know?
Not Pepper and Dylan.
That's a real show here.
Pepper and Dylan. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Shout out to Pepper and Dylan.
I love radio DJs, man. Just like the tone of their voice, how much they love to hear their own voice.
But Pepper's name is like a special name, but like, why did Dylan keep just a normal name? Like, why is that's just weird to me? Why don't they both
get
have
them on the show?
names?
Let's bring them on. I hope they like Nintendo. Bring them on.
Come on.
I bet they have
Pepper
good mics.
Dylan.
Yeah.
They better. I mean, at least at the radio station, they probably do.
They probably do.
I feel like there's a point where they all started broadcasting from home. Not to
maybe.
Not to ruin the illusion for everybody who's still listening to radio out there. Like a lot of your favorite radio shows probably broadcast from somebody's basement now.
Yeah.
They might at this point.
We don't do that for our radio stations at my company, but yeah, I can imagine like a lot of smaller radio stations probably do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Edmonton radio stations.
Yeah, probably just like
that.
that.
Not in the broadcasting capital of Canada, of Toronto, the mega... What do you call
it?
You
say that, but we have we have radio stations in like every Canadian city. And almost all of them have like a central hub that they all go to.
I really don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really just here to mess around.
Yeah.
I've had some pretty weird energy here.
That's why we need Pepper and Dylan to come on the show and tell us the lore implications of Metroid Prime Federation for us. That's what we need.
Let me throw something else at you guys. We're not even into housekeeping yet, but I want to tell you guys, I'm catching up on a bit of a backlog of podcasts, which I think many people are. There's a lot going on. People are busy. I literally just finished listening to the Bloodborne episode of Bit Harmony. And you guys, just go listen to Seth's Bit Harmony. Just go listen to it, for God's sakes. What are you even thinking? Just do it. Show. Don't delay. Add it to your list. Add it to your Spotify. I want to see it on the Wrapped next year. What the heck, you guys? Go discover it.
We had some people had it on the Wrapped.
I'm sure. I want more. It's not enough. More.
I'd be interesting to see like Bit Harmony's Wrapped. Like how many people had it as their top podcast. For example, there were 24 people who had the RPG Cave as their most listened to podcast on Spotify this year.
Dude, y'all crushed it. RPG Cave crushed it.
RPG Cave is a monster. on Spotify.
Yeah, people don't understand how well that show does, actually.
Yep.
Which is surprising.
It's most international, Ryan.
It is. It's surprising because for the first year of the show, we had 7 listeners. So it's very, very surprising. Yes. So was I. That's why it's surprising to see actually how far we've come.
I mean, Ryan, you make something good and you just keep trucking and you persist and
someone eventually finds it.
You build it and they will come. What is that, Sean? Is that an icy hot patch?
It's like an icy. It's like an. I put it outside for the day. I've got a little knot in my upper shoulder.
I'm sorry to hear that.
This is what happens when I have a baby. I didn't have the baby, but like I have one now. Like what I'm trying to say. Like I didn't birth it, but like
you
were part of the process, Sean.
I'm holding them like this. It happened with the other 2. It's like 3 for 3. I just got I got no feeling down the.
I feel like it is justified for me to click this button right here.
Yeah.
Gizmodo calling you an old man.
Gizmodo comes after me, man.
We're old here. I was telling Seth that, I was all excited before the show started because I have a costume prepared, which is why I actually named myself Ryan Aran on the show. But I had a severe flare-up tonight, and I am not wearing that tonight. But you'll see it at some point. Maybe
Please be excited.
It's coming up. It's actually pretty awesome, y'all.
Hell yeah. I love that. Well, y'all, we have so much to talk about tonight. We really need to get into things here. So what do you say we do a little...
Speed it along, Seth. What's going on, dude? Let's go.
No, let me just talk about the weather and we'll just delay things even further.
Absolutely not.
That's the one thing we can't talk about.
Even though it's a legitimate reason, I'm many minutes late. But here we go. Keep going, Seth.
It's fine. It's fine. Housekeeping, everybody. Let's get into some housekeeping. So before we get into... We have a lot to talk to y'all about tonight with housekeeping. Really quickly, I want to go over kind of our end of year plans for the Nintendo Drive. So next week's episode will be our final episode of 2025. Then we're going to go on a holiday break. We will be back on January the 6th. So that's what's happening, but there's still going to be carpool content to check out while we're on break, such as a brand new podcast feed that is launching on Thursday. If y'all remember, during Carpool Gaming Days, y'all funded the GUIs as its own individual dedicated podcast feed, and it's finally happening this Thursday. It will be launching. Keep an eye on Discord, our socials, because we're going to be blowing it up, talking all about it, and we are going to be hosting a giveaway as well to celebrate the launch of the GUIs podcast feed. So and for those who don't know, like, not only is that going to be a new podcast feed, it means new merch is going to be on the store for it. It's going to be treated the same as all of our other podcasts. So we are adding a new one to the family. Pretty good. Yes, Ryan.
Thank you. Ryan Turford from the Press Pool here. Question for you, Seth. Can you explain to the audience what the GUIs podcast feed even is? Because, some people might not even know what the GUIs podcast feed is.
Why is it a podcast feed? What are y'all doing over there?
And what even is a GUI?
What's a GUI?
Yeah.
So the GUIs is the games of our year. It's a Game of the Year podcast, but it's the weird, convoluted way that we do Game of the Year for Carpool Gaming, which is the GUIs. So back in CPG days, back in May, we recorded the first episode of it. And the way we're treating this is almost like we'll have these tentpole episodes every quarter that are going to be big, kind of like getting the whole gang together and doing kind of check-ins of the games that we've been enjoying in the year so far, kind of culminating in our big final GUIs in December, which we will be doing very soon. I'll talk about that here in just a second. But that's where that stuff is going to live. It's also going to be home to things like spoiler casts, and if we want to, if Sean and I want to get together and just talk about Chronos, we'll throw it on that feed.
So can we please?
I would love to. Ooh. So it's going to be kind of like a nice little hub for us to just deep dive into
games we love.
that we love. Exactly. That's exactly right. So that feed is going to be almost like your Game of Our Year watch podcast feed. So please look forward to it. And like I said, it's launching officially on Thursday. However, the first episode, the one that we recorded during CPG days, is launching in early access on Patreon now. Like, it's going to be
Shadow Drop.
It's going to be Shadow Drop. It should be going up in like a minute.
This is amazing. We did a Shadow Drop. Oh,
right.
I love it.
We showed
That's
those
right.
Skyrim folks, they thought they could be the only shadow drop today. Well, not today, friends.
Yeah. Take that, Bethesda.
Take that, Todd
Incorporated.
Howard.
Yeah, Gizmodo says, should I go listen to that instead? No, you can wait. Hang on.
Please be
but you
patient.
Download it.
queue up.
Go add
Get
it. Go,
downloaded.
yeah, get it set up. Yeah, let it download.
Yeah,
to your
get it ready to
device.
go. Yeah. So we have that on Patreon for early access now. The cadence of this, just to get into how we're going to be releasing these. Episode 1 dropping on Patreon tonight, but dropping on the free feed on Thursday when it launches. The following week, episode 2 is going to drop, which is going to be the one that we recorded in September, during September. And then finally, we are recording our big end of the year GUIs episode this weekend. We're recording it on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we are going to be recording it live here. So you guys can hang out with us while we record our big end of year GUIs episode, the podcast of which will be hitting that feed on Christmas Day.
Oh,
So every week, essentially this month, you will be getting a new episode on the GUIs feed. Early access on Patreon, early access to episode 1 available right now. So please be excited.
pretty
It's a
great.
big deal.
Pretty great. And we've been obviously been working on this for many months, especially in the last couple weeks in a row. You guys might have heard of us talking about taking a break over the holidays. Fear not. There is so much for you to be listening to. New stuff, old stuff. Go back and finish up your backlog, all the things. Fear not. We will be keeping you company over the holidays, whether you like it or not. We're going to show up on your
You're going
device.
to be spending the holidays with Carpool Gaming, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
We'll be
That's
forcing
right.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
no choice. There's a lot, man. There's a lot happening. And even though like we're going on a break, we're probably still going to be streaming and
I'm streaming
and hanging
for
out.
sure.
and-
Are you kidding me? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I cannot stop.
I was going to say, Garrett and I are already talking about doing like a Magic the Gathering stream and some other stuff. So
Yeah,
there's stuff.
like-
There's stuff that's happening.
yeah, like we're going on break, but really it's just from the podcast. So there's still
Yeah.
going to be plenty,
Just the weekly stuff.
plenty going
man.
on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's
What
more
about
free
housekeeping?
you know?
exactly, yeah. That is not all for housekeeping. There's
No, I'd
quite
say
a-
what else we got? What else we
I was
got? I
about
think
to
we're
say,
doing stuff
there's-
on Thursday. Speaking of more
There's
stuff.
a lot. On Thursday, we are also doing a Discord watch party for the Game Awards.
Yep.
We're not going to be hosting it live or anything like that. We're just going to watch it in the Discord. So join the Discord if you haven't already. We have links in the show notes. And yeah,
If I
come
may,
hang out
Seth,
with us.
if I may,
Please.
that also may just turn into some sort of Mario Kart multiplayer, Fortnite, or movie
knows,
watch along. We'll see how it goes. I want to say this about the Game Awards. I'm excited. We'll see what kind of like cool surprises there are going to be, but also it's long. It's very
Yeah.
long. I've said this every year since like 2015. It's like, goodness gracious, and I get a little sleepy by the end of it, but.
Definitely.
That's why we're not doing it live, because I've always felt like doing it live, I'm like, I really got to try and like keep upright.
like
I got to like
forced.
stay attentive.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't capture my attention. So we're going to do it in the Discord. A lot of people have been hitting us up, especially when I'm on stream in the mornings. People just want a place to hang out. And that's what Thursday is going to be. The Game Awards is like the beacon, but like we can literally do whatever we want. We always do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Gonna be fun. Look forward to that. Please come hang out with us Thursday night for the Game Awards. We'll be hanging out there. I also want to point people to Patreon again on Friday. The Secret Santa episode of Real is coming out. The Real Carpool Gaming podcast that could be about literally anything for patrons podcast.
Nailed it.
That episode, all of the Carpool hosts got together and we gifted each other Secret Santa gifts, and we recorded it on Steam. It was Amanda's idea, and it was so much fun. And it's just a quick little bite-sized episode. It's like 30 minutes, but it's so wholesome, so sweet, so fun. I'm excited for y'all to hear that. It goes live exclusively on Patreon on Friday, so please be excited for that. We also have not only
Goodness
did
gracious.
It doesn't
It's
end,
too
Sean.
much.
It just keeps going.
It's too much. We have not only the latest episode of We the Gamercast featuring Mr. Badbit is live, the first episode of Sean's new series that was funded during Extra Life. There's another one of those coming out pretty soon too, which I think is also going to be happening kind of while we're away. We the Gamercast hitting Patreon and all the rest.
Yep.
So
We even put it
More
on
of
the
that.
original feed as well, with the We the Gamercast feed. I saw a couple of people showing it pop up on there. Yes, Mr. Babbitt and I talked about his health journey, among many other things, the state of games and games media and all these things. His health journey, I think, was one of the most, I don't know, like poignant, really interesting kind of things that I really wanted to talk to him about, which was nice. It's my one-on-one podcast that I used to do many, many moons ago. People who've been with us for a long time have been enjoying it coming back. So that's very cool. The next episode is with Chris Johnston, who
yes.
worked on Lumines Arise. He's worked on Tetris Effect. He works with Enhance. Very cool episode. He, of course, on a weekly basis does the Player One podcast. Good friend of the show. They're all the episodes are special, spectacular. Nothing stands out, of course. I really am happy with this one, man. Like, it just felt like I don't get to talk to Chris as often as I would like. I feel that way pretty much about everybody who I interact with. I just wish I could interact with y'all way more. But we get into it in the conversation. It's just like, I feel like I'm chatting with him all the time. I feel like I know him really, really well. And it was such a nice human conversation. I got to ask him a couple neat questions about Lumines, of course, but just as a person to person like journey, just life, it's really special. So you guys can look forward to that. I can't wait. And I'm so excited to be excited to like release a podcast.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good feeling.
Yeah, I can feel that excitement, Sean, just radiating from you. It's great.
And then the next episode after that, dude, is really good as well. But I don't think that one's dropping until 2026. I've recorded 3 conversations. And yeah, a couple weeks ago, I took some time off of this show and the Xbox Drive as well to step away to do all of this stuff. So I hope that I'm really happy we're talking about all this stuff in housekeeping right now, because hopefully it explains like some of the absences and some of the things that have, like, we have to shuffle things around. We've got a great team to be able to do all this. Hopefully you guys all enjoy it. Hopefully you're keeping up with it. Check in the stuff you like, and if you don't, that's cool too. But I know We the Gamercast hits for some of you out there, and I'm really, really appreciating the kind words that people are sending my way, because it's a meaningful show. So thank you all.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Love it. Love it. That's not all happening on Patreon. Sean, you just had an episode of Pants go live, which is our kind of weekly AMA podcast. Every week you can ask questions to a new Carpool Gaming host. And Sean's week was this week. Amanda is up next. So get your questions in for Amanda while you still can. And great episode of Pants, Sean,
Thanks,
if I
man.
may say so
It's
myself.
It's a lot.
Very
So
good.
enjoy.
Very honest.
If you guys haven't got, very honest.
Yeah, very raw. Yeah. But good stuff. We have a couple things going on in the community. Of course, the current Backtrackers game is Typewriter, chosen by Gizmodo, who is watching us live in the chat. Shout out to Gizmodo. They're meeting up Sunday, December 21st, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And the Book Crafters are meeting on Saturday, December 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern for their Folklore, Fairy Tales, and Solstice meetup. And that's for the Book Crafters. So come hang out with them. And one final thing I want to make sure that we point everybody to, and Ryan, I'm glad we're here with you in person to talk about this, because the brand new episode of Pit Stop Retro Gaming hit the YouTube channel, a nearly 2-hour-long documentary that Ryan produced all by themselves on the entire history of the Metroid series. An excellent video. Ryan, you did a great job on it, and I implore everybody listening to head to our YouTube channel and check that video out. Very good stuff.
If you wanted a whole movie of me, folks, just go watch it. It's really good. But seriously,
We've been waiting,
dude. It was. There was so much, work that went into it. I'm really proud of the way that the video turned out. And this also was funded via Extra Life as well. Like, that was one of the goals that we hit during Extra Life, was for a 4-episode stint of Pit Stop Retro Gaming to come back. This was just episode 1. There are 3 more that'll come out next year. And do you guys want to hint as to what's next? I've already written the script for it.
I would love one.
Ninja Gaiden.
No. The history of Predator video games, baby.
Arnold
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny Glover. Oh man, we're going to talk about Predator video games, baby.
Well, I mean, presumably there are less Predator games than there are Metroid.
Oh, that's why I chose this one. There's way less. And also, it's actually it's also part of a promise I made when I was doing Pit Stop Retro Gaming before, because I did the history of Alien video games, but I didn't want to do the Predator crossover. So I promised a future episode would be about Predator video games. So
Yeah.
That's what we're doing next. And I'm so excited to talk. It gives me an outlet to talk about Predator on NES, which is the game I grew up with. That was my first exposure to the Predator. So it's going to be fun.
Well, Ryan, I got to say too, when I watched the entire thing and I went through and timestamped it as well so that people, if y'all want to like float around or go back to portions, you can. But I thought you did a great job of like getting into the sort of academic, historical, kind of like telling of this franchise's history, but you did a really good job of like injecting it with a lot of your personal stories and your personal history with Metroid as well, which is my favorite type of content when it comes to like video essays. If you can like teach me something, but also inject your own personality into it, like that's all I want from anybody, So yeah, I thought you did a great job, and I hope you're proud of it because it's really good.
Thanks, Seth.
Yeah, everybody go watch it. It's quite good. And by the way, leave comments on it, and
it helps so much, you guys.
It helps a lot.
It's crazy.
I don't know if y'all knew this, because this is a new thing for YouTube. But if you're on your mobile phone and you're watching it, there's a little button that you can actually press that's called hype. And if you press that button, it will also actually tell the algorithm, hey, this video is great. You should tell more people about it.
That's cool.
Why doesn't the like button do that? What do you mean, YouTube?
It works separately
for this?
It works separately from it. So the hype button does not work on live streams. It only works on videos you post to YouTube, and it's only on the mobile app. Believe it or not, it's very bizarre how that is. And I believe it only is within a certain period of time. The time may have actually passed. The reason I know this is because we do.
Oh, there it is. It's there.
Yeah,
hype.
We do work stuff with the hype button, and it definitely helps. So that's all I'll say.
Very nice. Okay, yeah, I hyped it right now. I put the links in the chat here for people to do as well.
Yeah.
Good call.
I'm not going to my phone because I already did it, but
I hyped 2.6K points.
That's what I did. Yeah. I hyped the exact same number to the decimal point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then eventually, if it gets enough hype points, it then enters this like leaderboard system that YouTube has that then like pushes the higher it's on that list, the more it appears in the algorithm. So,
all right.
The things you know.
Way to make it more complicated, YouTube.
Yeah.
Very good.
No kidding. Yeah. Another thing for us to chase.
Yep.
Very good. Well, anyway, everybody go support that video. Ryan worked very hard on it, and it's a genuinely great video. So it could use all the support that you guys can throw at it. So please do that. Okay, I think that's finally it for housekeeping. I think
22 minutes in this show, we finally made it.
We have been busy. We've been working hard. So hopefully you guys enjoy the stuff we have coming for you. Okay, well, let's talk about some video games, y'all. Ryan, as our special guest, why don't you go first? What have you been playing, my friend?
So I think, Seth, we should leave the big game that I've been playing to put a pin in it. We should not touch on it right away, because honestly, I haven't had a lot of gaming time over the last week because of some personal stuff. So as a result, the only other game I've been playing besides said big game, and it's too bad Amanda's not here because she would be very happy about this. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. I've been actually really into Fortnite lately. Actually, it's kind of crazy. In fact, I think I mentioned this on a live stream, but I, for the first time ever, 100%ed a battle pass in Fortnite.
Wow.
That's how much I was playing it. Yeah. Because like when The Simpsons came to Fortnite, I was like, oh, I got to try this out because I love, The Simpsons and Simpsons video games. I remember actually, one of my first live streams on Carpool was Simpsons Hit and Run, and talking to Kato in the chat about how she had never seen The Simpsons before.
I remember this.
To the point where then I recommended episodes. She said it was terrible. But I've always loved Simpsons video games. So when they remade Springfield in Fortnite, I was like, okay, they finally got me. Like, I'm going to go check this out. And it was so cool to like run around Springfield because you could go to like the Simpsons house, you could go to like Mr. Burns' mansion, you could go to the Quickie Mart or Moe's Tavern. Like they recreated all the places that you would love to go visit from the Simpsons in Fortnite. And it was so cool. But then, that was kind of the main battle royale mode. But actually what caused me to stick around in Fortnite and what I've kind of been playing ever since is a mode called Blitz Royale, which is the same kind of battle royale mode that Fortnite has, but it's only 30 players on the map, and the map is super small. So when you play Blitz Royale, everyone also starts with a weapon that's randomized, usually depending on a theme of the map. So for example, sometimes you'll get just in the generic map, and you'll end up with just in a generic gun, or sometimes the map will be Stranger Things or Mortal Kombat, or like any number of themes that are going on, and you'll have like weaponry that you spawn with that is set up with that franchise. And then the matches go super quick. Like if you win, usually you're playing for 5 minutes. Like the rounds go super fun, super fast, but it's just I'm just having a ball playing Blitz Royale. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's such an addictive multiplayer mode, and I haven't really felt that about like a multiplayer shooter in a very long time. And I've just been really, really into it, and to the point now where there's Kill Bill stuff in the game, and I'm unlocking that stuff and Back to the Future stuff. Like, dude, the Fortnite I think has got me in its clutches.
Kill Bill
it's definitely,
might get me.
Yeah,
Kill Bill got me. I got the bride, because apparently Game Pass stuff is unlocking. Ryan, I've been Alan Wake, my favorite video game character in all of video game characters. I've been stuck as stupid ass Alan Wake in
amazing.
Fortnite forever, and now I can venture off. I will be Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Not playing all that well, but I've got it unlocked, man.
Wait,
I don't know
wait,
how I
wait,
did
wait.
it, but there it is.
Well, yeah, because you have Game Pass Ultimate, right? So you have you have Fortnite Crew then, which
I
means you got
guess
the Battle
so.
Pass.
I don't know what that means. I have Fortnite Crew.
So
I don't know
Fortnite
what that
Crew
means.
basically is a subscription in Fortnite that gives you all the battle passes unlocked. So you get like
What?
Yeah.
They're just unlocked? Like you don't have to like
Well, no,
do
you still have to
anything?
level them, but you don't have to pay for them.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, the battle pass exists for everyone for free, but you obviously only get certain things on the battle pass. You
Yeah,
don't get
this
any
is
of
how
the characters
stupid
and
I am.
stuff.
Like I don't even know how this. So you buy like when people normally buy a battle pass, it comes with like one of the skins, and then you keep going. And,
Yeah, and then you
Okay,
unlock
I
all the
got
other
it.
skins.
All
Yeah,
right.
as you kind of level the battle pass. So
I don't think I realized that it gave you something as a starter.
And in
That's
fact,
what I
if
was
you
confused
have,
about.
believe it or not, Sean, you should actually have multiple costumes, because you'll also have the music pass, which is part of Fortnite Crew, which also is its own battle pass
That's
that
too
levels
much.
up.
What is going
as
on?
long as
Who are they,
as well as
us?
the Lego pass, and the OG pass. Like, dude, it's so much.
I'm having a stroke.
To
listening
answer
this.
I Can't See's question, Daryl Hannah is not in Fortnite, but they have Go-Go, like that girl from the Crazy 88.
Nice.
As well as her sister, because Fortnite did this weird thing paired up with Quentin Tarantino, where to celebrate the launch of the new Kill Bill movie, Quentin Tarantino released an unreleased scene from the movie about Go-Go's sister trying to get revenge against the bride that they are showing at the movie theater in Fortnite.
That's pretty sick.
During like
Yeah.
a specific time. Like, it's just like, it's the craziest freaking thing, man.
I might need to go check that out. I want to be
Fortnite's
mad
cool.
about it, but I might need to go.
Fortnite's cool. I mean, come play. It's fun.
What is her character's name? Okay, L Driver. That's
Yeah.
right. I was racking my
yeah.
brain trying to think of Daryl Hannah's character's name. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Otherwise known as Rocky Mountain Rattlesnake, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. Her
Yeah.
her Deadly Viper name or whatever.
Yeah. Gizmodo confirms Fortnite is fun with friends. Yeah, I mean, Gizmodo and Star and all of them in the community, I see them playing Fortnite like every night, and now I finally understand. Now I finally understand what that's all about.
Hell yeah.
It took this long for Fortnite to finally get me, because at this point, up until this point, like, I'd only played it, a couple matches on and off, but like this is the first time I've really been like seriously into Fortnite, and it's kind of scaring me a little bit.
Look at
guys.
you.
Yeah.
You need to tell me, Ryan. You need to send me a DM next time you're playing, because guess who else is playing Fortnite right now?
You?
Amanda.
That's true. I tried to get Amanda. Amanda actually, I heard I talked about it, and we were like, we wanted to link up at some point, and we just haven't yet.
But also, I've been playing with Amanda. That's how I know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's like, well,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
duh. Amanda's been playing.
Yeah, Amanda's been playing. But I also jumped into a couple matches with her, and that's been
Okay.
pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You spoke about it much better than I could have, though. I don't know what's going on.
Thank you.
I just
Thank
jump
you.
in and I don't even know what a battle pass. I don't know what Fortnite Crew is. I don't know what all these buttons
That's
do.
how you can tell, like,
Too
right
much.
before.
I got a dog again.
Yeah. That Peely, the little banana dog.
Yep. I call him Charlie.
Yeah. But that's how you can tell, though, like, last week, right before Metroid Prime came out, I didn't want to start like a big new game. So that's how you can tell, like, I fell into something like Fortnite, because that's usually like
Yeah.
the open door for like a game as service game to get me, whether it's that or World of Warcraft, which, by the way, launched housing this week. I have a house in World of Warcraft now, and I have to decorate it. And it apparently, according to my friend, takes a lot of work. So like, I don't know when I'm going to get to that. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on the pile to do. Maybe one day I'll even play Claire Obscure Expedition 33. We'll see.
You will not. I just listened to the RPG Cave. They're not even close to playing that. It's the end of the year. The first 3 games of 2026 are going to be chosen by a wheel.
I'm halfway through Act 1. But yes, like
no,
I told
you
Garrett,
can't walk it back. You've already put it on, right? You and Seth was there live when you recorded it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I
not. We're not
was.
allowing this. Don't get our hopes up.
No, and that's why. That's going to be a next year game. That's a next year game.
Yeah, I'm never playing this.
I'm very excited. Well, you know what, Sean? Actually, I should put it on the wheel.
Put it on the wheel. Yeah, give it a chance.
Yeah, why not? It stands as
Give
much
it
of a
its
chance
day
as
court.
Charlie's Angels on the GameCube. You know, I think it
Good
deserves that.
God. On the
mean-
GameCube?
Yeah, why not? I've got GameCubes. I've got multiple GameCube like games on my wheel, Sean.
Okay, sounds good.
I like the GameCube. It's a great console. Okay.
Those games are of equal quality, of course.
I guess I just wanted to make sure I heard it right.
I just had to play it to capture a bunch of Metroid footage.
That's true.
Yep.
Well, nice. Look at you.
Yeah.
Full on production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else on the docket, Ryan? Anything else
That's
you've been
it.
playing?
Other than the game, which we'll keep a pin in. for
We'll
now.
talk about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk
We
about
all
that.
will.
We all will. We
Yes.
all will. Well, Sean, talk to me, dude. What have you been playing?
It's been Fortnite a couple times, and then
Yep.
I'm still on that gooey crunch mode, man. I'm trying to get in
Yeah.
as much Donkey Kong Bonanza as possible before Sunday when we record our Games of Our Year episode. I think this is an important piece, though, that I've locked in on Donkey Kong. I'm close to the end.
You're almost
I'm
done.
close to the end of the final layer. What I had thought I was going to do last week, I thought I was going to dedicate all of last week to Donkey Kong and then flip to something else this week. The flipping has not happened. And I've stayed with Donkey Kong. I
Good
thought I was going to go
sign.
to like another game. And you and Yon32 were encouraging me this morning. Like, you're kind of almost
You can
there.
do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm playing as we speak right now, actually. You're
Sean's
not
actually
able
off to the side. Yeah. Yeah, without his he's playing with his feet.
to play with my feet. Yeah, just down here under the desk. Pretty
I will say
just like
I-
Donkey Kong would.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sean, I will say, I've been really enjoying you posting in the Discord that you're going live and that you're playing Donkey Kong and that you're going to finish it today. And I look at where you are on your stream and I'm like, he's not going to finish
I didn't
it.
say I was going to finish it. Did I say I was going to finish it? It's very early. Maybe I
No.
did say that. Did I say that?
Well, there was, the stream that happened this week where the intention was to play Donkey
That was
Kong.
last night. That was
And
was that just
was that
last night or
Oh
Sunday
my
night?
god, maybe. I don't remember. But
I think it was
Donkey
just
Kong
last
did
night.
not happen.
Donkey Kong
Yeah.
didn't happen. Yeah, we talked about movies. Speaking of Kill Bill, we did a whole like tier ranking
We did
of
like
Quentin
tier
Tarantino
lists, I
movies.
think.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
That
we had a
sounds
good
awesome,
stream
actually.
last night. Like, guys, like, I don't know what you're doing out there. Twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live. It's a good time. We'll see you there.
We're having a blast.
We're having
you
an
just-
absolute blast.
Now you're just making me want to do movie tier ranking live streams, Sean, because I'm kind of jealous now.
Yes.
That actually sounds
Do
awesome.
whatever you want on stream. Like, that's
Fire
man,
it up.
I already
come
played
on.
Metroid Prime 4
Yes,
this week
all
on
of
stream.
us. You all have the passwords.
You all know how to you have the power.
You can all do it. There's
too.
10 of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
Yep, fire
that's
it
my
up. Do
inside
whatever you want.
voice. Do whatever you want. I don't care. So Donkey Kong Bonanza is the game that I'm playing. And I mean, what else new is there to say? I'm at the
Good game.
feast layer.
Feast layer.
I have I think I'm gone beyond it since you watched, Seth.
Oh, okay.
I played a
Yeah.
little bit off stream. I was able to get that last burger or whatever the heck is going
Punch
on.
through
It's
a burger.
absolute nonsense. And it's getting to the point like where you're kind of like being asked to use all the different Bonanza like animals, the zebra,
Yeah.
which it was pointed out to me in the chat by Kevin Ainsworth that all the zebras say bruh because of zebra.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, if I hear another zebra say bruh, I might have to find a way to change their language to French, as I've done with Paullin. Ryan, did you know you can change the languages of Paullin?
I did. You also could change it to German, apparently.
German. You can change it to two types of French. You can have Parisian or French, like France French or French Canadian.
But I was gonna say, where's Quebec French in there?
It is in there.
French. That's pretty good.
French Canadian. So no, absolutely not. We're going for the real deal. I'm so sorry, Pat in the chat and all our friends in Montreal.
You were so close.
I don't know what else to tell you guys. Like I was talking about this on the PSVG podcast. They did they had me on their Game of the Year episode as well. And I was reflecting on about this time last year, maybe a little later in December, is when I really got into Super Mario Odyssey. And it's about this time of year where I'm doing Donkey Kong, all these years later. And like, I think I'm going to roll credits in time for the GUIs, but I still like to do some cleanup because I just like playing it. Like, I just like being in this world and bouncing around and doing all this sorts of stuff. I find it interesting when you go into like these various, I don't know what you call them, like challenge spaces, these little like you go up these offshoot kind of areas. And it totally reminds me of just a classic Mario game. They just have a bunch of like, it's just pure, I call it like pure platformer. It's just like a bunch of spaces in a void. You're not even in a landscape of any sort. It's just like a bunch of shapes, a bunch of rectangles and spheres and whatever. And there's not even a sky. There's a color that just kind of like goes on forever. And I don't know why I've been noticing that a lot lately. Like a platformer doesn't have to have any like real placement within a real world. Let's just put a bunch of shapes and stuff. You jump on top of things and duck under this thing and get to the end point. And it's fun. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. That's all you got to do. It just has to be fun. That's it.
And it's pretty fun. Yep. Yeah.
Pretty good video
game. A lot. Like the elephant. Don't like the.
Yes.
Don't like the. Is this spoilers? I don't know if it's spoilers to talk about the animals that you unlock. Like, I think it's whatever.
It's not that big of a deal.
I'm just gonna say the snake sucks. I don't like the snake very much.
What?
I don't like automatically bouncing.
But
anytime.
But the snake song is cool.
Snake songs. Okay.
They're all good. All the songs are good. Zebra's the best. But they're all good.
That's actually something I'm pretty excited for at the Game Awards, because when they do like their like big musical thing at the end, like what Donkey Kong songs are they gonna do?
Yeah, do you think they're gonna do? Because they always do the big medley
for all the Game of the Year nominees, and that's one of them. So
yeah, so I wonder if they're gonna do that, if they're gonna do one of the Bonanza songs, or if they're gonna do Heart of Gold, the main song that Paullin sings. I'm happy either way.
I mean, I kind of want them to do Kong Bonanza instead, because I like that song a lot.
It's all good.
Yeah. Also, Sean, I don't feel like you need to even finish the game. You already watched Seth finish it a long time ago anyways. You basically beaten it already.
I'm about to like cross over into the point in time where, Seth was playing and I watched you stream the ending of the game. I'm pretty much there. Like, I think I'm on layer 15, maybe even 16 of maybe 17, something like that. So
yeah,
I'm by, right after the show, I think I'll probably finish. Why don't we just stream right after the show?
Why not?
If you want to.
Maybe we will.
Do whatever you want, Sean.
I will do what I want. I think that's all I have to say about Donkey Kong Bonanza, though. I think that's probably enough.
Nice. Fair enough. Well, the Metroid Prime is the big thing for me. We're gonna pin it. I've been sick. If you can tell, I'm like fresh off of a coughing fit, muting myself to cough. So, forgive me for any sickly sounds this week, everybody. But, I will say this. I did pick up Skyrim on Switch 2 today.
Oh, snap.
It shadow dropped. Now, the nice thing about this was, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm dying over here.
Skyrim's got it. It's taken.
It's cool because if you have the game, or if you previously owned the game,
oh no,
you can upgrade to the Switch 2 version. So even if you had the base game, you can upgrade. So like you don't have to. It's the Anniversary Edition is the one that they put on Switch 2. But even if you had just the standard version, which is what I had, you can pay $20 and get the Switch 2 version. So that was pretty cool. I'm not that impressed with it, to be honest. Like the fact that they put the game on Switch 2 and it still doesn't run at 60 frames, I think is kind of crazy.
No kidding. Didn't they have a whole bunch of bullet points about DLSS and all the technology that's going to make it run good and stuff?
frame rate seems still at 30 to me.
That's
Oh, really?
There's no performance modes in the menus. Like maybe there's something else that has to be turned on.
I looked in the menus. No, the only like the resolution does seem higher. It does look prettier, but the frame rate, as far as I can tell, like it doesn't feel like 60 at all.
I'm trying to Google something here to. Yeah, Nintendo Life said Skyrim still isn't 60 frames on Switch 2, but something. The input lag makes Switch 2 version nearly unplayable now. Oh no. Okay, I better do some research before I actually start broadcasting some of this.
I don't think it's unplayable. I think is a bit much, but
yeah, Jim Norman.
Jesus.
like
Calling him up by
it
name.
is, it's playable, but like it's not a huge leap. It feels pretty like a pretty lazy up-res, to be honest. But you know, you can do mouse control with it, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
You know, so that works. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Sounds
nothing
like you're
too-
on par with where other people. I'm just kind of skimming through a bunch of articles here.
It sounds very similar to the Tomb Raider port to me, if I'm being honest.
Oh, that's
even-
oh
Sad.
really?
I
Yeah.
mean,
The Tomb Raider
the
port's
thing
also never very
is-
good.
well, dude, like Skyrim is coming up on 15 years old.
Yeah.
Like, there's, in my mind, no reason that it can't be up and running better than this on Switch 2. You know?
I agree. Yeah.
So,
I mean-
like, it's fine, but
It ran at 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 4. Like,
Yeah.
how is that a thing? Yeah, I agree with you. That's very bizarre to me.
it's just, you know, like it's a low effort port, you know? Unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to continue to, like, patch it, optimize it, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's good timing. Like, I've been in the mood to play Skyrim, you know, and but it's just not. It's cool, and if you already have the anniversary edition, it's free. And again, if you have the base version, you just pay $20 to upgrade. It's not a huge ask, but I don't know. I'm just not impressed by it. Like I was kind of looking. I was like, let me get in there and see. Like, we're on the Switch 2 now, baby. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of, yeah,
It
it's
works.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So
Maybe
it
a
is what it
relief
is.
too. Like you can't be spending time doing
No,
that kind of nonsense. Got other things
mean,
to play.
I was never in for a full replay of Skyrim.
I
Realistically,
never played
Yeah.
it. I've never played
Oh,
Sky.
ever?
Ever. I've played I've done like the intro that everybody
Okay.
memed and everything. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
I played more Oblivion, and I wouldn't even say that I've played that. Really.
yeah.
Interesting.
It's yeah, like I really like that game a lot. But it's the kind of thing where like you do get the hankering. Every now and then you get the hankering
Yeah.
Yeah.
for like a Skyrim or something like that. But it just there really is no reason that it shouldn't be running better. But you know, is what it is.
Yeah.
If you know, if you must go for it.
If you must, I mustn't.
If you must. I have been playing Angeline Era, which is the new game from Analgesic Productions. That's my favorite indie dev. And I've been playing that. I'm not going to talk about it too much this week because I'm not that far into it. I'm only like 5 hours in. But I'm going to be, now that Metroid is done, I'm going to be mainlining that pretty hard. So I'll be talking about that a lot more next week, I think. Also on my GUI crunch list, everybody, I have 2 more games on my GUI crunch list that I am pretty committed to finishing this week, hopefully, before we do the GUIs on Sunday.
What could it
Those 2
be?
games are, I want to finish up Chronos. I'm far into Chronos.
My man.
I want to finish that up this week. And I want to play through Detective Instinct: Farewell, My Beloved.
Come on.
Amazing.
The
so-
punctuation.
And I hear that game is sort of, 4 or 5 hours long. So I'm hoping that I can play through both of those before the GUIs on
Both of them.
Sunday.
Both of them.
Interesting.
I hope. Oh, thank you. My wife brought me some throat coat.
Aw,
I appreciate that. Yeah, some throat goat.
so
Thank
nice.
you very much. My wife. I appreciate that. She heard me. No, I'm good. She heard me dying over here. Yeah, I've been
came
sick
running.
for Yeah, I've been sick for a few days, y'all. So
Yeah,
if you guys listen to the Secret Santa thing, you'll hear how rough my voice was during that.
Oh, you sounded great.
Mitch was like, "You sound so hot."
I know. I was very. Just don't
Mitch was
speak French
flirting
to
with
me.
me.
We'll just keep it safe.
Amazing.
So but that's what I got.
So
That's
Chronos
that's what I
on
have.
Switch,
Yeah.
and both these games are on Switch. You're playing on the
Both
Switch
on
too.
Switch. Yep.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice.
So hoping to get through them both this week, and that'll be it. I think for my GUIs. There are other things coming, but I'm like, I gotta put my pencil down at some point.
I'm telling you, pencils down.
We're up against
That's
it.
what it feels like. We're in the exam.
Yeah.
Like the exam is happening.
I mean,
like I can't keep adding stuff.
I'm just gonna throw it in there. I basically locked in like a month ago, and and there's only one game that can possibly make it, and we'll maybe talk about it in a second. But otherwise, it's pretty locked in at this point for me.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, we'll see how things shake out. But anyways, that's what I got going on. Let's answer a few questions before we get into the Metroid Prime
That's a good
chat.
idea.
What do you say?
Let's do it.
So I want to pull out from last week. I want to unpin a question from Yarden last week that we didn't get to. Yarden says, looks like it's going to be a packed show, but if you have time, we didn't last week, but we do this week.
Here we are.
Here we are. Can you all discuss and agree on one game that got lost in the shuffle this year and you think all of us should check out? I'll say this, and I think Sean would agree. Ryan, I don't know how you feel about this. It's Chronos.
Chronos. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really
Like,
good answer.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm so glad, Seth, you're playing it to sort of like validate my thinking on this. It's a weird thing where even after the game has come out and it's been plenty of time, like I still haven't seen, at least in our community and the circles I sort of follow online and stuff, I still haven't really seen like too many people talk about it at all, let alone in a good or a bad way. So I really have nothing to like bounce off of at all as far as like what people did or didn't like about it. So I felt a little bit lost in this way, but now that you play it, I'm like, it really is. Like I really like this game. And it's also the other thing that maybe you're more familiar and comfortable with, Seth, is like it's very rare for me to find the game that people are missing. Like that's your thing. I feel like you really do that quite a bit. And maybe other hosts on the show as well. I think Fulia as well on the Mini Indie Van podcast. Like there's some of you, Gizmodo in the community as well. Some people are kind of live in that space. It's kind of more rare for me. Like I play pretty well trodden games. I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza right now. Like Chronos, man, though. I was like, am I missing something like that's terrible about this that has everybody avoiding? And I don't think so. This game is I'd say very good. You just heard me like stall. I'm like, I still can't even like fully commit. I really quite like it.
Now, the thing you missed, Sean, is they decided to be the brave ones to launch their game the same day as Hollow Knight Silksong. And they got crushed for it. Like that.
Well, they did plant their flag first, but yeah, Hollow Knight.
Oh, I know. But it's just like, they really should have just did the delay thing to delay it a week or two. Because I think it's hard to stand out in a month, in the September month already, let alone like the same day as one of the most anticipated games of all time.
And the way things turned out, and again, people can correct me if they're hearing otherwise out there, I feel like 10 days after Silksong came out, people weren't talking about Silksong really all that much anymore. And I think Silksong's a very good game. I think it's all good. I'm sure I was still podcasting about it like a couple weeks after it came out. But yeah, I think you're right. Just even a week or two would have bought it some time to.
It's something I talked about in the Metroid video. Because like a game like Metroid Prime 3 is a perfect example where, that game's really good, but it came out the week after BioShock. Like people were not thinking about that game when, it came out because they were thinking about BioShock, because especially with a game like BioShock, where it has like a lot of the, exploration elements that, Metroid Prime 3 has. So it kind of reminds me of that situation with Chronos. I agree with both of you. I think for what I played of Chronos, I really enjoyed it. And the only reason I didn't finish it was because there were other things that came out. So I didn't.
It was legitimately a very good year.
Yeah.
We called the GUIs the game of our year because we're allowing all games of any year, like regardless of when they released. But like I played a lot of games from this year, so I think my highest games are probably going to be stuff from 2025. I suppose we will see. Seth, can I add a couple more to this list for your consideration?
Please do.
Yuka Replayly. I think people forgot to replay it, man. Like they need to go pay attention to that one. Don't be like me. Like learn from me. I lived a journey for you guys to mimic. Okay, I was like ignoring it. I didn't really like the first one. I didn't understand the replayly, like what that really meant. Just ignore all of it. Just go play it. Just play Yuka Replayly. I think it's really, really fun. And I feel like I had one other game to consider too. Prince of Persia: The Rogue. I actually think is quite good, Ryan. And I don't know if it came out like in early access last year. I think it officially launched this year.
Yeah, it was like it came out. It actually shadow dropped in early access like last May, and then it came out basically a year later. This year out of early access. So, that's a good one because I know a lot of people like that game. I just wasn't into it because I just don't like roguelikes, but it sounds like people who are into roguelikes really like that game a lot. So the ones I'm actually going to bring up actually are Dragon Quest 1 and 2, which just came out in October.
Yeah.
It feels pretty recent, but it feels like me and one other person are the only people who played that game.
Yes.
Which is too bad because they were both really good because it's a 2-pack. It's 2 games. So that's definitely one. The other one that actually comes to mind that I know you and Seth both played, Sean, but I don't know if anyone else had played this game, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, like over the summer. Like, I don't know of anyone else who played Ragebound. Like, I feel like that game kind of
sucks.
And like, I didn't see a lot of people in our community play it or really see a lot of people on the internet talking about it besides Jeff Grubb. So like, that's it. That's the only person I knew about besides the three of us that were playing that game. So, that's another one that I think fell a little bit by the wayside this year.
There's so many releases this year. Yeah. Like it was I don't know if we've really taken stock yet of how good a video game year it was.
It's been very good.
Wasn't Grand Theft Auto supposed to come out this year in January? Wasn't there a 2025 date?
Yep.
I mean, I know like now it's obvious it was never going to happen, but was that not in question at least? Like I feel like people were picking it for Fantasy Critic at the start of the year.
There was a reason for that. Again, it was supposed to come out this year.
We thought it was coming, man. That is crazy.
I think that's why we got so many games that ended up actually releasing in this logjam of a fall season because of these were all the games that were going to come out next year, but they were like, we got to get away from Grand Theft Auto, so let's come out a little bit earlier.
Do you think that might be overstated? Like, is it like pure panic mode for? I know Grand Theft Auto. I'm not trying to undersell Grand Theft Auto. It's going to be the biggest entertainment property.
Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just
any game that releases alongside it is getting forgotten about, like Chronos did when it came out the same day as Hollow Knight. Like that's the situation. Like any of their developers, or Metroid Prime 2 launching a day after Half-Life 2 because of course it did.
Yeah.
So that's just how that works. But and actually, like one I think I'm getting the read might end up being one of these games, but it's too soon to call this. Octopath Traveler 0, which just came out last week.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah,
because like it came out along with a bunch of
How
other
many
stuff.
Games do we just name off the top of our head? We're gonna good half dozen plus.
I Can't See brings up a good question in the chat. Ryan, how did you like Shadow Labyrinth? That's one that I feel would make this list if I liked that game, but I did not like that game very much. It was
if it was good.
If it was good.
If it was good. I mean, that's like a very like 6 or 7 out of 10 game. For me personally, I wasn't super into it, but I know there were some people in our community that were into that game. So, but that one is another one that I would say like kind of came and went. People forgot about it.
Yeah,
there's too many. Like is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 nominated for Game of the Year?
It is.
It is. Yeah,
I've not put nearly enough time into that one.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it came out in February, so it feels like people have forgotten about it.
I've had the whole year. What have I been doing with my life?
It came out the same like a week before Monster Hunter, which people forgot about very quickly.
Forgot about Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Monster Hunter also. Yeah, it's been a crazy year, dude. It's been like I struggle to think of a year like better than this one in terms of quantity of like really good releases.
Yeah,
like 2025 is pretty near the top.
Yeah,
I know.
So
it's up there with 2017, 2007,
like 2023 was pretty good too, you guys. Like we just had one of these.
Last year was great. Like we've been eating well. Yeah.
Yep. Nom 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 nom.
Yep.
Nom 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 nom. Yeah. But Chronos, Yarden.
Chronos is the answer. Is that's
No, the real answer is Neon White. That's the game that was forgotten.
Why haven't you played Neon White, for God's sakes?
It's a Neon White Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, a special shout out to, I don't know if this ever came to Switch. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders, I also really liked. Not many people played that one. That was very early.
I don't think that did come to Switch.
Okay, then never mind. You can edit this part out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, I'll leave it.
Okay, leave it in. We'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star brought up UFO 50. I feel like that game, even though it came to Switch this year, it was definitely, I think of that game more of a last year game.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
This year. Well, because it came out on PC last year.
Yeah, I
It did.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Like, I think most of the audience for that game played it on PC last year. So
I think that's true. Although, like, for me, like, I specifically waited for the Switch version of it to like really
Same.
get into it. And yeah, we'll be talking more about UFO 50.
I like UFO 50 a lot,
release.
Seth. I think it's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good too.
I think you're pretty good.
Yeah. I think you're pretty good.
I think you both are pretty good.
Well, let's move on to another question then. Thank you for the thought-provoking question, Yarden.
That's a good one.
Because there's a lot. There's a lot of games that people are sleeping on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Clayton Dwyer, who says, in honor of the Rocky Horror game popping up in the Discord today, what other musical would you like to see adapted into a game? I'll vote for a Hello Dolly dating sim. Do either of you know what Hello Dolly is?
Yeah, it's a musical.
It is
Nice.
a musical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. I feel like this is pretty tailor-made for me. I think I'm the musical fan among the three of us.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? Yeah. Fair enough. I think that, here's what I'll say, Clayton Dwyer. I think that a lot of musicals would lend themselves well to the sort of Telltale, like, Dispatch kind of thing, like that kind of narrative adventure game. I think a lot of musicals would do really well in that format. A Life is Strange kind of format, I think could work well for a lot of things. You could see like a Hamilton working that way, for example. But the one that actually comes to mind, to not go for something like super duper obvious, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Hadestown. I love Hadestown.
You can go obvious when it comes to musicals. You don't have to go deep down the rabbit hole.
Or at least you'll have to explain it because neither of us will know.
Hadestown is not a deep cut, but it's like it's a unique musical, and I just like the vibe of it. It's kind of got this like industrial era kind of like southern, like New Orleans kind of flavor, but it's a story of like Greek gods. It's like Orpheus and Eurydice and stuff. And it's that whole story told through that lens. It's very politically driven. Yeah, there you go. Elvith, Nintendo Poetry. Hadestown is my favorite. Saw it live and blew my mind. Wonderful musical. And I think that like a Choices Matter, like narrative RPG for Hadestown would be really good. A lot of like political intrigue with Hadestown. I could see you having to make tough choices in it. That'd be really cool. So going with Hadestown.
Can I throw something into the mix just to surprise you a little
Please.
bit there, Seth? I don't know if this
I
will
got
really
one
work
too.
out.
So
I want a Dark Souls or a Soulsborne kind of game for Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
Interesting.
Hell yeah.
And he's going to just go, he's going to kill everyone.
For Cats. Let's have Cats the Souls
Not
like.
Cats.
Cats the Souls like. After Cats the movie did so well. I will say my favorite musical of all time already got a video game. It's Disney's Aladdin, which is on the Sega Genesis.
Or Lion King.
Or Lion
You're
King.
not wrong.
That counts.
Yeah,
But they're
those are
definitely
musicals.
musicals.
Yeah.
I mean,
Book
also
of Mormon.
I'll throw it out there. Wizard of Oz also has a video game, but it's not very good. Don't play that one.
It has that DS RPG or whatever.
It does
or
have
Wizard
that
of
too.
Oz.
There also, we left out that there is actually a musical video game that already exists, Rhapsody, a musical RPG, which of course was a PlayStation 1 game, which was very much a musical with its own songs and everything that played into the gameplay because you sang songs in combat, which then kind of broke into musical numbers. Joe After Work actually played that game on his channel because of course he did.
Of course he did.
Throw those out there. And of course, my real answer is, of course, a hardcore Persona like RPG based off Rent. That's what I want.
Oh, off
Rent.
Rent.
Yeah,
That'd be
why not?
cool. Yeah. Oh, that'd be actually pretty sick.
Oh, I actually have a better answer, Seth.
Oh, please.
Mine's actually DLC. Mine is DLC for Luminous Arise or Tetris Effect, whichever one you want. I want Fiddler on the Roof. Luminous Arise.
God. Hell yeah. If
Yep.
I were a rich man. Just dropping the blocks.
Oh my God.
It's perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yep, Fiddler on the
Pretty good.
Roof. Yep, Luminous Arise.
Call Chris Johnson. We need to get him on the phone.
Make it happen, man. Let's do this.
I love Fiddler on the Roof.
Me
That would delight me. I love Fiddler on the
Yeah,
Roof.
I thought it might. Pretty good.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for the question, Clayton Dwyer.
Great question.
Great question. Yeah, any musical fans out there, let me know what you would pick for this. Last question here from Star before we get into the Prime 4 related stuff. Star says, "Did you watch The Wholesome Snack? So, what did you think? Did you guys watch The Wholesome Snack today?"
Is that earlier today? Is that
Yeah.
That was literally right before we went live, actually, because Luckless was streaming it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I watched it. Yeah, like it's just a quick little like 15-minute thing. You know,
Oh, is
there's
it?
Yeah, it's a snack. You know,
Oh, I get it.
so yeah, it's nothing too crazy, but yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Let me see if I can pull it up here and show you guys some of the standouts that I saw here from the whole. They are tying it into the Game Awards. They're calling it the Wholesome Snack, the Game Awards Edition 2025. They usually do this. Like, they usually do, like, a Game Awards tie-in and, like, a Summer Game Fest tie-in kind of thing.
Yeah. They're kind of tied in with the Keeley Campo stuff.
So here this is. Let me show you guys some of the... Oh, Lost and Found Co. Sean, you
They
remember
got a
this? You
date.
played the-
I saw that this got
Yeah.
a date. I didn't realize it was from this. I'm pumped about this game. This is on my wish list.
February 11th is the date for that.
That
for
sounds
Lost
nice.
and Found Co.
Look at
So,
that. Look how cute it is.
where's Moomin Troll? This was another. I love Moomin, and Moomin's coming back in a big bad way. Moomin is coming back into vogue. There's a
I didn't
Moomin
know
movie.
this was a thing. What is this? Is this from a Cartoon Network or something?
I'm also very confused.
Moomin is like an old, like Moomin's been around since like the 70s or the 80s or something.
Clearly, we're not as old as you, Seth. We don't understand.
No. But it's like Swedish. Like it's I think it's from Sweden. And anyway, they put out that game like Snufkin Moomin Valley or whatever last year. And so now they're making an actual like a game where you actually play as a Moomin. And yeah, it looks really cute. So yeah, excited about that. Where was the other one? This one looks good. Mirage Miracle Quest. It's like Star says it's 80 years old. Yeah, that sounds about
I had no
right.
idea. That's crazy.
Rebecca Sugar, the creator of Steven Universe, is directing the Moomin movie, which is like the most perfect thing ever. But this is Mirage. You play as this like cat magical girl, like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura sort of vibe, and it's like a deck building like turn-based RPG. She's like an exorcist apparently. This cute little cat girl. So looks pretty good. Oh, R.I.P. to this bunny.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, what a trailer!
That sounds like a Garrett Bland game.
Yep, pretty good. But this was my game of the show right here. This is coming out next month. Cozy Caravan. You guys, this is like the cutest damn game. This Cozy Caravan game. I'd not heard of it before, but apparently a lot of other people have like had this on their radar for a while. It has this kind of like stop motion, like claymation kind of look to it. It is so damn cute. Like all these little different animals, this like bumblebee that pulls around your cart. Oh, it's very good.
That does look nice.
Like look at all these little guys.
I remember seeing this game before.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. I guess it's been on people's radar for a minute, but I feel like I'd not seen it before.
I was gonna say I remember seeing it specifically at the Summer Game Fest last year, like 2024.
Yeah.
Because I remember everyone was making a big deal about the bumblebee kind of, driving the wagon.
It's so cute, man. I love that you can like make all these different animal characters. Like it just looks really cute. Yeah. Really cozy.
Nice.
Like look at all that. I can be a little frog. I can be a deer. Just looks sweet.
Yeah.
So That was a
It
highlight.
reminds me of a game that I got for my Secret Santa that I actually don't want to spoil.
Yeah, I almost said something about it earlier too, but I won't spoil.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to. I mean, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Go listen to it, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another deck builder here. This is Arcane Eats. This is like almost like you're running like a tavern. You're having to feed people. You choose a chef to play as. You choose a deck, and you got to feed people. You got to make like dishes for them with your cards. This looks pretty good.
Another
This is
Garrett
coming
Bland
next
game.
year. Mm-hmm. Another Garrett Bland game. And yeah, I don't know. There are a couple little highlights. They get through a lot in
They
the
always
little
do.
15 minutes.
Yeah, they do a good
You know
job of
that
that.
they've got here. Oh, and the one more thing was the Steam shadow drop of Bits and Bops, which is a Rhythm Heaven kind of style game. That I actually backed on Kickstarter like 3 years ago.
Yeah, this looks great. I didn't need to know that it shadow dropped. Oh no, no.
You thought it was just the GUIs that shadow dropped today, Sean, but bits and
Oh,
bobs.
even more. I remember this.
Yeah.
It looks great. Dang it.
Yep. It shadow dropped on Steam at the end of the show. And I'm gonna wait for the Switch version next year. But yeah, this is a pretty big deal. So it's great. Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, pretty good little show there for 15 minutes. There's quite a bit
Nice.
going on. So yeah,
I like it.
I like it. Okay, well, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about Metroid Prime 4.
I'm
What do you
unpinning
think?
it.
Unpin it.
What's happening?
Big deal, Ryan. Here we
Yeah.
are. It's been 18
years. 18
Yep.
years in the making, Seth.
What do you
is
mean
great.
18
Finally
years?
Since the last
The-
Metroid Prime mainline game. Because it came out in
What?
2007.
Yeah, Metroid Prime 3 was 2007.
It was on the Wii, Sean. It was actually a Wii launch window title.
Like
A
pretty early.
tax-paying, voting human being
Yes.
has been
Yes.
born in this time.
I saw actually a tweet on Blue Sky where someone mentioned that they played Metroid Prime 3 Corruption when they were 10. They saw the post-credit scene indicating that a new Prime game was coming and that they're in their 30s now. So
I hate it.
I love
Yeah,
it because and I mean, to be fair, we also had Metroid Prime Federation Force, but that was a spin-off that came out, like 6 years ago, or 9 years ago at this point.
I was about to
actually.
say it's got to be more than that.
2016.
Like Prime. Yeah, because Prime 4's announcement was 2017.
Yeah,
Like when they announced
Good
that Prime 4 was a
God.
thing.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. It was
so.
literally the first direct, the first E3 direct of the Switch one was when they announced Metroid Prime 4 with the JPEG,
Right.
that famous JPEG. But I'm excited, Seth, that it finally is here. It's finally a game we've played. We can shut up about Metroid Prime 4 coming out at some point because we've played the game. It's happened. You said you've finished it, right?
I 100%ed Metroid Prime 4.
100%?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been sick. I couldn't do much else.
Yeah.
Good for you. Look, I'm jealous. I'm not. That's,
Yeah.
look.
I'm also jealous too because I have not finished it yet. I am
Okay.
on the 4th dungeon's boss right now.
Okay.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm only like 7 hours in at this point because one, I was editing, Pit Stop this weekend, but also
Yeah.
I've also been sick, but with something that prevented me from playing video games. So
Right.
yeah, I've had less time to play it, but I'm excited to finish it this weekend and kind of
Yeah.
figure out where this game kind of ranks with my games this year. But I'm excited to talk about it with you, Seth. So
Yeah.
what do we think about this game?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Ryan, because I'm debuting a new segment on the show this week.
I'm excited for this.
So this was an idea I had that I thought would be kind of fun whenever we kind of do, little review discussions or impressions or whatever. I think a lot of us, if, people who have been around for a long time, this is something that Sean and I connected on very early on in our friendship. I have like a blogging background. I love to write. I love to, have the opportunity to sit down and like write stuff about video games. I don't often afford myself that sort of thing because I'm usually podcasting, right? So I thought it'd be kind of fun to, in the style of the old like EGM review blurbs, where you would get to the end of a review or something and they would have like a second opinion. They would have, you know, another reviewer with just like a paragraph or two kind of giving their thoughts. I thought I would introduce our discussion tonight with what I'm calling Seth's drive-through review, a new segment here.
Good name.
I've written a little short blurb kind of giving my overall thoughts on Metroid Prime 4, and then we can kind of break it down and discuss it.
This name is just perfect. It's just pixel perfect. Like, so, like, you got not a wasted syllable. You got the drive-through with the carpool and the drive, like, and it rhymes kind of like, oh, dude.
It sounds like you paid millions of dollars to come up with that slogan in a lab somewhere.
That's pretty. I was just kind of like letting that hit me like, oh, dang. Seth.
Yeah, we did it. So I have written this little blurb here. I will go through it. Let me see. Can I give myself the one here for this? How do I do this?
Yes, please.
How do I do it? How do I?
I'm
here,
the
there it is.
You have to give someone the one you drag them over. Yeah.
All right. I've given myself the one for this. Seth's drive-through review of Metroid Prime 4. Ahem. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is complicated. It's a breathtakingly beautiful but unambitious thing. Its legendarily troubled development peeking through the seams just a little too regularly. It's more concerned with grasping the series' fundamentals firmly than blazing any new trail. The closest it gets is the empty, open desert hub that's certainly a holdover of abandoned intentions, the bones of something that might have been there somewhere along the journey since its 2017 announcement. The game is incurious, using pretty set dressing to disguise the fact that there's actually very little new here. If you're looking for a huge leap forward in the genre or the franchise, you're not going to find it. And yet, it's a new Metroid Prime game. And I love Metroid Prime games. The puzzles, the music, the environments, the vibes are all intact here. My time with the game really did remind me of playing something from the GameCube era, wearing all of the nostalgia glasses that probably implies, and yes, you probably know if you'll be into that or not. And so Metroid Prime 4 is a contraption of contradictions. Like seeing a reunion tour of an old band you used to love. They've still got it, you're glad they're back, but their new music just doesn't quite do it for you anymore. Good thing, then, that their hits still hit. The positive side effect of Metroid Prime 4 resting on its laurels is that the series' identity is still alive and well. This old dog can still hunt. My overwhelming sense is that in the face of everything, developer Retro Studios was determined to just make a new Metroid Prime game. Just make it exist. And you know what? After all this time, for me, I think that's actually good enough. Sometimes just making it to the finish line, just still being here at all, still being you on the other side of hardship, is an accomplishment in itself. So there you go.
Well, that last part kind of cut a little personal, but
yeah,
damn.
I kind of relate to a video game here. So that's my drive-through review of Metroid Prime 4.
Very good.
So,
very good.
Yeah,
I loved it, dude.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I want to do more of this.
Nicely job, Seth.
Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack there, and Ryan, I'm curious how you're finding it in your time, but that is kind of my general takeaway is like, I really do enjoy my time with the game. I really like it, but it is a very unambitious game. There's not a ton new here, but like if you're looking for Metroid Prime, it's a new Metroid Prime game, and like that kind of feels really good to me after all this time.
Yeah. Well, especially too, like I kind of feel the same way about a lot of franchises. Like when I look at, Mario or Zelda, yes, they do add, new gimmicks and they do like to innovate from time to time. But sometimes all I want is just a brand new Zelda game, like a brand new, Twilight Princess game or something like that. Like it doesn't necessarily need all that stuff. Like just give me more of what I like is kind of what I'm trying to describe here. And that's exactly kind of, you hit the nail on the head, Seth. Like that's exactly what I feel like we got with Metroid Prime 4. And for someone like me who loves the series, loves Metroid Prime, I love that about this game. Like I love the feel of this game. Like the minute to minute of Metroid Prime 4 is some of the best minute to minute gameplay I've had the whole year. And this has been a year where I've gotten, brand new releases of some of my favorite franchises, and they've all tried to iterate in one way or another and try new things. And here comes Metroid Prime 4 doing the tried and true Metroid Prime thing, and blows a lot of those games out of the water with just its gameplay loop. You know, and you touched on it a little bit. I think the things that, you know, made it, you know, not as strong for me is a lot of that extra stuff, the extra fluff they put in there, especially the desert stuff. I know everyone talks about the desert being the thing, but I think, you know, when I really sit down and think about it, I think all they needed to do to make the desert stuff not feel as bad is just add fast travel to the game. That's it. That's all they needed to do, because I think, because I think the desert stuff actually gets better as you play the game, but where it really suffers is the early part of the game, where a lot of times what happens is you're driving basically from one point to another on the desert and doing nothing in between, but it's just like this 5-minute drive that you have to do across a barren desert for almost for no reason, right? Like that could have been because what happens in this game is they requires you sometimes when you get certain upgrades, you have to go back to the base point. And sometimes when you're here on the bottom right-hand corner of the map, and you have to go all the way to the top left-hand corner of the map to then go get an upgrade, to then go back to the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it almost makes me wish that the base camp was like a different area, like an isolated area that you had like an instant warp to, and then you just went back to where you were. Because eventually down the road, I think that open world stuff, desert stuff gets a lot better when you acquire a lot of the other power-ups. So then you're going around, you're completing a lot of the, you know, the shrines, or collecting some of the mech parts, or collecting more of the green crystals. Like you're doing a lot more in the desert stuff. Like it openly encourages you to do so, and you have to for the game's progression. And I think that stuff gets better, you know, once you have the power-ups down the road to do all that stuff. Otherwise, like the first couple times you're in the desert driving across it, you're seeing all these points that on the map, but you can't interact with any of them. Like there's no point in even stopping at them, right? Like you just have to like keep driving, and the driving is so long that it takes you out of the experience a little bit. But everything else about the game is incredible. Again, I love going to you know, like some of the biomes that they have, like the forest green, the fury green biome that you start in is incredible.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so pretty. The music is incredible. The enemy design is impressive. Even, you know, people made a big deal about Miles McKenzie at the beginning. I thought he was totally fine, especially because he was only really there for 10 minutes.
I like them all. I genuinely like them all.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like actually, I just met up with Armstrong, and dude, I think Armstrong is one of my favorite characters in like
Armstrong
the Metroid
rules.
series. She's so awesome. So
yeah,
like I love like all the parts where you're on foot is great. And again, like I think the motorcycle stuff gets better as the game goes on. So I've actually I was really high on the first 3 hours. I think this game gets off to a really good first impression.
I agree.
With the first, you know, couple dungeons you go into, and it really kind of dips a bit when you get the bike. But then I think it really ranches up again when you go to like the ice biome, and then you're starting to explore the desert more when you get more power-ups. Like I think that this game gets better the more you play it, which gets me even more excited to, you know, finish the game and kind of see the rest of it. And I'm curious to know how you feel about what I just said, Seth, now that you've finished the game, now that you're farther, you know, than I am. Does it kind of keep up with that momentum, or how does that work?
I think the beginning and the end of the game are both very strong. Like I think the game starts and ends really strongly, especially if you're somebody who's like you, Ryan. I think you're gonna really enjoy the whole ending sequence of the game. Is a pretty good. Like, you know, I was a little let down with like the character of Silex in the end, but the sequence with like the final encounter is awesome. I think you're really gonna like that,
dude. I can't wait.
Yeah, like it's, you know, there's some cool stuff in here, but like I get the sense that, I mean, obviously this game was not originally developed by Retro Studios, and in fact, if you watch the credits, dude, there are like a dozen studios that worked on this game over the course of time. Like it just keeps, all the studios that touch this game, I'm not kidding, it's like 13 or something. It's crazy. So the fact that the game turned out as well as it did, despite the fact that they had so many cooks in the kitchen, like it kind of feels like they were just like, we just got to get this game. We just got to get this thing made, you know, at the end of the day. And the fact that it turned out as well as it did, I think is kind of a little miracle. So, you know, I I keep that in mind while I'm playing the game. And I think that the desert is a bit of a holdover for that, because you get the sense that when you think about what the next generation of Metroid Prime should be, you kind of go open world, right? Like, I feel like a lot of people, when they were speculating, they're thinking of it almost like, what's that? Sean, you know what I'm talking about. That spaceship game early in the Switch's life with the figures.
Oh, Starlink.
Starlink. Yeah. Yeah. Sean's like,
I had it, and I could go grab it right now. It's like right out this door.
Go get it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I think the reason I bring it up is because I think that a lot of people were speculating about Metroid Prime 4 being something like a Starlink, or being something like a No Man's Sky or something, where it was going to be really big and open, and like, this isn't really that. And I think actually that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I think the desert open hub is a holdover from that idea. Like, it might have been something that they were thinking of, making it more open. There it is. There's the R-Wing Star Fox. Really cool.
Yeah.
So I think people were kind of looking for that from Prime 4. Yeah. Yeah, there he is. And it's not quite that, but you know, that's something that I took away from it, because you're right, Ryan. Like, it does get a little bit more interesting as the game goes on. But like, and those shrines that you mentioned are really cool. Yeah. There's like 6 of them in the whole game. Like, they like, there's not very many. Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 of them in the whole game.
Yep, I did it. That was for the video.
Yeah, for the video people.
They had, because they were giving you like very specific power-ups. Because like the other the power-ups you find in the desert are like, you know, minor upgrades for Samus, but those are like the important ones for like your beam cannon and stuff, right? So
a lot of them are.
Yeah, which makes sense. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, that's an idea that I wish they fleshed out more. I didn't know that there were only 6 of them, because I've found 6 on my map. I was like, oh, are there more?
You've probably found them all.
I've probably found them all. Yeah, that's too bad. But yeah, because all that stuff's cool. But I think what really happened here, Seth, is that a lot of people were expecting what you just described, but what we really got was a sequel to Metroid Prime 3. Because and it's not what people were expecting, because Metroid Prime 3, like, a lot of people were complaining about, you know, the talkiness, and you know, too. And having to, you know, explore, you know, smaller biomes that you're like, you know, traveling far to get to, and all that stuff is in Metroid Prime 3. Like, that's very like, you can definitely tell, like, they were not necessarily they were iterating on the formula of Metroid Prime 3, not trying to make it more like the first game, which is what I think a lot of people wanted. A lot of people thought after all this time that, oh, they're going to try and make it more like Metroid Prime 1, where it's going to be this, you know, interconnected like 3D world, which is a very hard thing to do and actually make happen, you know, correctly, which is why they've moved away from it in the series. So I think people who thought about it that way, of course, are going to be disappointed with this entry, because it's very different from that. It's not trying to be that at all. And yeah, you're right. Like, I think the desert area almost feels like it was kind of inserted by a different studio. Like, maybe it's the bones of, you know, Bandai Namco or whoever was working on this game before Retro got their hands on it, and they kind of just kept it in the game because that's just how the game was strung together. But again, like, I like the fact that, you know, you say that they didn't iterate on the formula, Seth, but I disagree with that a little bit. Sure. After replaying all the other games, because I do feel like they've at least made some attempts, and while I don't think all those ideas work in practice, I do think that they tried to iterate with this game at least a little bit. Yes, I mean, the psychic powers are kind of, you know, push this thing from here to here, and they're not, you know, super interesting. And I mean, the desert area, while it feels, you know, undercooked, it's something that's brand new to the series, like them trying something different, which I will always respect with developers. I will say the storytelling and the acting way better this time than Metroid Prime 4. Like, there's so much talking in Metroid Prime 3, and like, most of that stuff does not hit. Whereas it definitely, I think, hits a lot more in this game. Like, I feel like you actually care a little about the other characters in this game. So I definitely feel like that in itself is actually them trying to improve the Metroid Prime formula, even if it's not something brand new that we've seen in gaming in general. It's brand new to Metroid Prime. Yes, Seth or Sean from the press board.
I have a question. It's a really stupid question. Maybe it doesn't even matter. What's happening? in this game.
Okay.
Like you're
Ryan.
Samus, that's great. Normally you're
Samus.
like kind of stranded, and I guess your ship breaks down, runs out of gas, or you need like some fuel.
So
or
here's what
something.
happens, Sean. So you're playing as Samus, and at the beginning of the game, you're in this war-torn scene because Sylix, who is this bounty hunter that is from Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS, who has barely been a character in these games up until now, is suddenly this big bad guy going around. He's got these Metroids that he's somehow found a way to fuse with other beings and to empower them against their will, essentially. And it drives these creatures crazy. So Samus is obviously trying to put a stop to this. So when she goes face to face with Sylix, just like in this trailer here, this happens kind of at in the first 20 minutes of the game. Basically, Sylix, fires his energy blast, and Samus, as well as some of the Federation soldiers that she's with, are transported to this planet, and this other planet. And essentially, in order to escape from the planet, because she doesn't have her ship or anything like that, there's this teleportation device that exists on the planet itself that this like ancient alien race that is almost extinct built, and Samus needs to find these 5 keys that are scattered around the planet in order to activate the teleportation device in order to transport the alien race as well as Samus and her friends away from the planet. Because their planet itself, they get into the lore much later in the game where, the alien race, like they talk about, why they kind of died off and why kind of the planet is full of like creatures that want to murder you because believe it or not, they don't want to be on the planet where creatures want to murder them either. So that's kind of the overall plot. That's what you're doing in this game. Is you're trying to escape from this planet that you've been transported. Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, that seems like, again, I'm way out of my element when it comes to Metroid, but like that's kind of the trope, is you're always just trying to get off the planet.
Not necessarily.
Or wherever you are.
That's just, again, that's specific to this game. Like a lot of other Metroid Prime games, like the first one as an example, Metroid Prime, you're going to this one world because the space pirates are there and they're causing a whole bunch of shit, and then you have to go and you stop them. Like that's kind of
because you're a bounty hunter.
Exactly. Well, and the space pirates are like the sworn enemy of Samus. They basically, murder her parents when she was a kid. And she was kind of raised by the Chozo, which is this ancient race of like bird people. That's where she got where she actually gets her armor from, is that's like her power armor is essentially like the ancient weapon of the Chozos, essentially. And the Chozos are also wiped out by the space pirates as well, except for a few that managed to escape. So each Metro story is different. Like these games, the Prime games take place in between Metroid 1 and 2. It's kind of where they figure
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like this is technically a prequel to Metroid 2, because in Metroid 2 she actually kills all the Metroids. So there aren't any left after that game.
Yeah.
Oh, that was short-sighted of Nintendo to do that.
Well,
you might want to keep some of those around for keep battling.
Well, that actually kind of plays into the story a little bit because in like Metroid Fusion, like after killing all the Metroids, she's like in her short-sightedness, it allows this other race that's even more dangerous to thrive because the Metroids were like keeping this race in check. So it's actually pretty interesting what they do with the story sometimes. There's lots of Metroid lore, y'all. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's one of those games where like it's as deep as you want it to be. You can really dig into it if you want.
Yeah.
One thing that we haven't really mentioned that I think is actually my favorite thing about the game is just the way it looks.
Yeah.
Like it's beautiful on Switch 2. Like gorgeous. And you can play it if you have the capabilities, like you can play it 1080, 120 frames, or you can do 4K 60. Yep. If you have the capability to do that.
And when you say 4K 60, it's 4K 60. The frame rate does not drop.
No,
at all.
Never drops. Yeah. Smooth. It is perfect. And it just like you can see in the video here, like the architecture and like the design and the way that things look, the environments are so gorgeous, man.
Yeah, Retro's always been amazing about that. Like their art direction team like is incredible. Like every single one of these games is always just oozing with style and substance. And these are worlds that you want to explore. Like that's part of the reason why we love Metroid Prime, Seth, is like the exploration element is a big part of Metroid Prime. It's always been going all the way back to the first game in the series. And here, even in this game, even though it's a fairly linear game, like exploring the environment is a lot of fun. And one of the best parts about it, like seeing all these different things, because there's also a lot of environmental storytelling going along with all the actual storytelling with the scanning. Because you go and scan everything, and it's kind of like Mass Effect, Sean, where we would go to every planet and scan it and read all the nerdy stuff about every single planet, like the mass of this random moon that you found out in space. Like there's a lot of like really nerdy stuff in like the logbook for this game. Like it goes as deep as you want it to go.
I see what you're trying to do to me.
Yeah.
Well, let me say another sort of Sean Capri trigger word here, because the game that this reminded me a lot of, visually actually, is Halo 4.
Oh, it's on the wheel. Halo 4 is on the wheel for 2026, and I really hope it gets picked. Halo 4 is great. Ooh.
It's almost like we've had that conversation before, right? Because like a lot of the Halo 4 developers were former retro people that actually came back to retro.
That's right.
Yeah.
So like I thought about Halo 4 a lot playing this game, actually. In a positive way.
Oh no. Because I haven't, and for people who might like, what's this reaction? Like, I haven't played any of these Prime games yet. So it's like, oh no.
No. Yeah, it gave me those vibes a lot in a really positive way. I love like just the vibes and the look and the feel and like the sounds and the music. The soundtrack's great. Yeah. You know, I thought they did an exceptional job with all of that stuff. And it, like it's pretty safe if you're a Metroid fan. Like they're the power-ups, like even though you have the new psychic abilities, they're basically just like purple versions of stuff Samus has done in the past.
Although I will say I thought it was interesting what they did with the energy weapons this time, Seth, because traditionally in other Metroid games, like Samus will upgrade her arm cannon as she goes, and she'll switch between usually 3 different modes of like, maybe one will be fire and one will be ice, and one will be lightning, which is what you do in this game. But they made them basically special weapons, kind of like missiles in this game that have like a limited, like an ammo supply that you have to manage as well. And they each have their own like charge shots you can unlock and stuff like that too. But I thought that was interesting because typically like the typical Metroid Prime formula is you're really only like cycling through the weapons, but you have usually unlimited ammo. So it made you be a little more strategic about when you use those like specialty weapons. Otherwise, you're basically just using the pea shooter most of the time.
Now, by the end of the game, when you get all the upgrades for those, you do literally have like 400 shots of them.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But yeah.
Well, even when I got to like 120, Seth, like I still feel like I barely run out of them.
No, like I'm not like that. It's not even an exaggeration. I think when you get them all, I think you literally have like 450 shots.
That's
like
kind of ridiculous.
It's a little ridiculous. But another thing that I do really like about this game, for how disjointed the kind of like open world hub to all these little different places of this planet Vuros is, one thing I do really like that the game did is that like and you kind of mentioned this with the environmental storytelling, Ryan, but the little areas, the dungeons, so to speak, have like their own little like mini stories almost in them. And they like make sense contextually in the world. Like the second one you go to is I think it's called like Volt Forge or something. And it's where the bikes, the Viola bikes, are being manufactured. And so you have to like restore power to it to get Samus's bike. Like they're literally 3D printing them basically.
Well, and they also talk in like journal entries that you find in the facility talking about why they stopped making them in the first place, because they ran, like the reason the desert is a desert is because they ran out of resources. Like the alien race basically mined their planet dry. And that's why there's a giant desert that you're rolling around in, powering their technology, like powering the bikes and other stuff that they were building. Which
Keep
I
your
thought was
politics out of my Metroid games, Ryan. Golly.
I can't believe it went woke.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even just scanning the objects here, Seth, you're not even really building the logbook, but you're learning all about like the machinery that makes the Viola bikes, which is like super interesting and cool.
It's pretty cool. Like it's a neat way to kind of like build. And you know what that actually kind of reminded me of? Here's another. I swear I'm not just trying to sell Sean on the game.
I think you're not.
But the way that this game does that reminded me of Skyward Sword's dungeons. How you remember in Skyward Sword how like every dungeon had like its own kind of contextualized, it made story sense. The reason you were there, it wasn't just now I'm in the fire dungeon and now I'm in, like, it made sense being there. You know, this kind of reminded me of that in a lot of ways too. So
it's also interesting too that they even went like the dungeon route in the first place, Seth, because that is something that's kind of new to Metroid, is that having like
feels
the
like a
dungeon
Zelda
kind of separate set up where it feels a lot closer to Zelda in that way.
Well,
Which,
it's
again,
one
I
of the
don't
first
hate.
things you said in your video, Ryan, is the origins of Metroid is the platforming of Mario and the exploration of Zelda.
Yeah, like it actually is perfectly natural, a natural progression for like a 3D Metroid series to feel more like Zelda, actually, or maybe even for Zelda to feel more like Metroid down the road. Yes, Sean.
Can I ask another question? Again, I mentioned before I haven't played the Prime games. I haven't been Samus in 3D, but I've been Samus in 2D on a couple of occasions. I played lots of Metroidvanias. A lot of the hook in the 2D games are like, oh, I can't get to this area. I'll get an upgrade and then I'll be able to come back. I'll double jump or whatever. Like, is that part of the Prime games? Is that here? Like, are you getting that like dopamine hit? Like, oh, I got this hit or I got this upgrade, whatever, like that.
Yeah, especially like even it happens early on when you go to the Vault, the Vault Forge that Seth mentioned. Like half the stuff you're seeing in there, where you're seeing like a half pipe or like a spinner module, and you're like, cool. Well, that's going to interact with something I probably get later. Like, and then you come back to the Vault Forge later, and you're like, oh, I get to unlock all kinds of. I get to go back to all the places I went to and unlock all the stuff that was there. So yes, it 100% does that in all the right ways. Because even I Can't See's question here in the chat. He says, you can't go back to Fury Green if you finish the tutorial, can you? Yes, you absolutely can. And you're encouraged to go back to Fury Green because there's a whole bunch of stuff to find there when you get more power-ups.
Yep. Yeah, the levels will kind of continue to open up the more power-ups you get. You'll be able to access new areas within you. You know, you are encouraged and in a lot of cases required to go back to a lot of the other areas. So yeah. And that's part and parcel of like taking 2D Metroid and like translating it to 3D. That's more or less what the mission of Metroid Prime was.
Yeah,
so
they wanted
I think I might want to. I've got my wheel. I'm sorry to interrupt, guys. I'm going to jump in every once in a while here.
You should.
On the
Please
game
do.
that I didn't play. The wheel to determine the first 3 games of next year. Metroid Prime Remastered is on that list. It's been on my backlog since the day it shadow dropped because I got caught up in the hype and I bought it and I haven't played it ever since. I want to find a way, like, I don't know if it's extra life or just straight up monetizing how people can dump more entries of particular games into the wheel. Maybe I'm not above it. I'm just saying I'm not above it.
You can be bought, is what you're saying.
Metroid Prime, I'd love to jump into Metroid Prime Remastered. Goodness gracious.
Just look
I
at
kinda
how
want you to
cool
play
this is.
That looks cool. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like,
dude. Again, there are like art designers went ham on this game. It's ridiculous.
and you can unlock like art and like there's like a gallery and you can unlock artwork and videos and stuff, and I really like that. That also feels like something that doesn't really happen in games that much anymore. Like, I feel like, you know, back in the day, like back in the GameCube kind of era, you would have unlockables and stuff in games, and I did kind of like that, and I hope they release an official art book for this, because I just think the art direction in this game is stunning.
Yeah, especially because we just got the art book for 1 through 3, and they didn't do the 4th one in there. And actually, it's funny because like I'd forgotten about this until going back and playing Metroid Prime 3 for the video. But that game has achievements in it. It's a Wii game that has its own achievement list, and the achievements also unlock stuff in its gallery too, like the art gallery, the music gallery. Like, there's all kinds of stuff you can unlock in that game too, which then they brought over to Prime Trilogy. So then they did that with the first 2 games too. But and I think there's some extra stuff you can unlock in this game too, right, Seth?
Yeah. Well, you unlock hard mode after you finish the game. Yeah. There is, as per usual, a secret ending for 100%. So there is that too. There are some. I'll just go ahead and tell you. I'll just go ahead and spoil it.
Please don't spoil it for me. I haven't played it yet.
No, I won't. But you know what, though? I will say this, because I think that Metroid is a good example of a franchise, kind of like a Dark Souls or something, where the lore is there for you to dig into, but it's not surface level. It's not the kind. It's not, you know, spelling out its entire story to you.
Yeah.
It is there for you if you want to dig into it, though. And I think that this game did actually give me more to think about than I kind of expected going in. I think that this game has something to say about the burden of leadership, the burden of being a hero, of being the heroic, bounty hunter that has saved the world and stuff like that, and the way that everybody looks up to Samus. I think the game has something to say about that, because she's kind of like, maybe sometimes it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Pretty compelling stuff. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Yeah. And they do that. Everybody's been whining about having the other Galactic Federation troopers in the game, but like that is part and parcel of this theming that I'm talking about. When a lot of them meet them, they totally like fanboy out over Samus and are like, in some cases, literally willing to put their lives on the line for Samus. And she's like, no, like that's not what this is about. And again, not to spoil anything, but like it ties into a lot of different facets of the game. And I don't know. I really enjoyed that. I think that a lot of the imagery of the game kind of sends up the very like sort of motherly, sort of feminine, kind of iconography that the series has been known for. I really like that stuff about the game. I did really enjoy it. I don't want people to take my kind of like misgivings with I wish the game like innovated more and stuff like that with me not liking the game. I really did enjoy this quite a bit. So like it was all I wanted to play. Until
I was going to say something, not every game needs to, be super innovative to be a good thing. Just like does every movie need to innovate on, being a good movie? Sometimes you just want to watch
it. It's been 18 years.
Yeah.
I was happy with it. It's been 18 years. And
just
so
keep
I was
it alive.
like,
sometimes I just want to watch
Yes.
The Force Awakens, like it doesn't innovate Star Wars, but it's a good movie. Like
it's like, it's just thank God we still have this,
Exactly.
Like that's what
in fact,
I mean.
I'm glad I said Force Awakens because that's exactly now, like I'm locked in. Like that's exactly how I feel about this game. It's like how I feel about Force Awakens in a lot of ways.
I could see that. Yeah.
But again, like I said it in my video, but I'll say it here because my video is very long. I actually welcome the idea of them doing a lot more storytelling and bringing out a lot more of those themes with the Federation troopers. Like I almost wish we got a Metroid game that was not chibi, like Federation Force was. That was about the Federation troopers. Like give us their stories, kind of like Halo ODST. Like that's something I would love to see because I feel like the Metroid universe, from what we've seen, Seth, is ripe with other stories that aren't necessarily about Samus. And I think that's something I would love to see Nintendo explore more. Yes, it would tick the fan base off, but I like now that we're actually getting like Metroid games about Samus again, like I almost want to see them go in a different direction with it and try something like that. Like I think that would be really interesting to actually see like a serious take on being like the life of a Galactic Federation trooper or someone else that exists in the universe, maybe another bounty hunter, or what it's like for like a normal like person on some of these planets. Like I think
Halo warned you. Halo warns you what you all are doing and what you're wishing for. Just look to Halo. Just celebrate what you have and just be careful. Just be.
Oh, I know.
Halo 4 was great, and Halo 5 I really liked, but like people love when they're precious about these franchises, man. It's great, but it's kind of awful as well. So I'm glad to hear you guys talk positively. Like I know you're being genuine about it, but it's like, man, we can be kind of tarnishing on some of our favorite franchises. So goodness gracious.
Well, this is me speaking from love of Metroid. Like I love
100%.
Metroid, and Samus is my all-time favorite video game character. And I only want the best for Metroid, So if anything, I'm happy that we're finally in an age where we're getting more Metroid games. And I still think that, there's more to come. Like I still think a Dread sequel is coming at some point. Like I think that's what's next for Metroid.
Yeah, I think so too.
I thought you said that you dread sequels coming. Like
no,
I dread sequels.
I dread sequels.
Like, oh no!
Yeah.
I hope they
what
never
did I
make
just
another
say?
one.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like
that would be great. Actually,
Yeah.
You think that is happening? You think it's like a straight up Dread, like
a new
like
2D
Metroid Dread 2?
Yeah, a new 2D game. It might not be like a direct sequel to Dread. It might be something else, but something like that.
Like
the,
a new 2D Mercury Steam game.
Steam.
Yeah, because they want to make one, and it's the best-selling Metroid game so far. So I don't see a reason why they don't do it again. So that's what I think is next. But Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I haven't finished it yet. I'm kind of saving, my overall verdict for when the game is over. But so far so good. Like I've been really enjoying it a lot. Yes, there's been kind of dips in, what I've enjoyed of it. But so far I've been, it's everything I kind of wanted it to be in a lot of ways. Like it hasn't disappointed me or let me down. It's not a perfect game. And I will also mention, this year, we talked about earlier, it's one of those years where like, as much of a Metroid fan as I am, there's a possibility that this game doesn't even make my top 3 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for someone me to say. Yeah, just because of how good this year is, or how much certain other games that I'm not going to mention here, I'm going to save it for this weekend, really surprised me in other ways. So, but this game is awesome. Like people should play it. Although my advice will be, if you are a new person to Metroid, don't start with this one. Like I've been seeing some people come into chat saying, hey, they picked up this one to start with. Play Prime Remastered first. I think that's going to be my advice to anyone. Especially because it's on Switch. It's readily available. It looks amazing on both Switch and Switch 2. And it's cheap. Like I don't.
It's like half the price of this.
Yeah, like I would try that one first before coming to Prime 4. I will say though, Seth. I will say this, that after Prime 1, if you've finished Prime 1 and you want more, like I would say it's totally fine to jump into this one. The 2 and 3 are great, but like, unless you're busting out your Wii and have one of the 500,000 copies that exist of Metroid Prime Trilogy, or you just have your GameCube handy, you're not playing those games right now.
Yeah. I do still hope that they wind up doing something with them, but well, particularly 2. I really want to revisit 2.
Yeah.
I really want to revisit, but yeah, I agree. I think that Prime 4, if you like absolutely you can't wait, you need to jump in, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like
it'll be fine.
You'll be fine. But I agree. I would push people, if you're brand new to Metroid Prime, to check out Prime Remastered first, because the game does still hold up exceptionally well. And again, costs like half as much as this. This is a full price. Like if you're playing on Switch 2, $69.99 USD. Like it is a full price game.
You got the trick with the vouchers.
True.
You can get the voucher and then upgrade. Yeah. It's much cheaper that way.
That's true. It is still voucher eligible. So you could do that. And frankly, it's probably one of your last chances to use a voucher. So it's like, you might as well, if you smoke them, if you got them. But yeah, but I do think that the Prime Remastered is like an easier sell, and will get you kind of into Metroid Prime, see how you find it. And then you'll be a little bit more prepared. Because I do think also some of the like visual language of Metroid Prime that is found in 4 will make more sense to you if you've played one of these before. You mentioned like the half pipes, like that is a very Prime Remastered thing. There are several points in Prime 1 where you're having to use the morph ball on the half pipes and stuff. And so to Ryan's point earlier, knowing that when you see stuff like that in Prime 4, you're like, oh, I know what I'm going to do with this later. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a better primer, no pun intended.
No, that was intended. You just have, in that case, you just say pardon the pun, because it was intended.
Yeah. Pardon the pun, I guess then. Yeah.
We're pardoning it, but this game's great.
Good game though.
You should play
it. I like it a lot. I did, like I said, I really enjoyed my time with it, and I'm just, we mentioned it earlier, I'm just glad it exists. I'm glad they got it to the finish line. I can only imagine the struggle to get this thing to the finish line, dude. Like I can't even imagine like what it must be like to have to like, carry the flag for this game after like years of development under a different studio, having to essentially completely reboot the thing, having so many cooks in the kitchen. Like like I said, this game is a little miracle that we have it at all. And so I'm choosing, I have my problems with the game, but I'm just choosing to be very thankful for it.
Yeah. It's very different than Duke Nukem Forever, which also took about the same amount of time to come out.
You're right.
And was very different.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right about that, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of actually a very similar story to Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it was kind of like, it kind of had the same situation where like CyberConnect was developing that game,
Right,
and they basically had to completely scrap it, and Square Enix kind of took it in themselves too. So yeah, that makes it like those two have a very similar kind of past. But yeah, people should check it out. It's
so. Ryan, we do have a question here from I Can't See that I want to touch on real quick before we wrap up, and this is kind of in relation to the controls of the game, which I want to talk about a little. I Can't See says, question for the show: did anyone else have trouble with the free aim crosshairs and tutorial prompts in Prime 4? You were mentioning, Ryan, that you were bumping up against some of the controls in the game.
Yeah, so I think this game kind of has an interesting control scheme, where, I was really excited, first of all, for the mouse mode, to try and play with mouse mode, but also what I was most excited actually to play was two Joy-Cons, like dual Joy-Cons, because of how much I enjoyed playing the 3 Metroid Prime games on the Wii. And when I got into that, they added something new to this game that wasn't in those games, which was a button to reset the camera. And I was like, huh.
Right.
Why did they add a button to reset the camera on the right trigger, which is normally where the fire button is?
Oh, weird.
Yeah. They changed that around to where the fire button is like B or something like that. It's a very weird control scheme. And the reason why they added it, Seth, is because the camera will shift all the time, where sometimes you'll be playing the game for 10 minutes and you literally have to hold your Joy-Con sideways for it to look straight.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Because it loses the position of it all the time. This is just what happens when we don't have sensor bars attached to our consoles, I guess.
That's true.
Where, I was really hoping that the Joy-Con technology had come, far enough along that we could use kind of the pointer controls and for it actually to be like, just as intuitive as the Wii version. But this was definitely a highlight in how far we are away from that kind of being a reality, which disappointed me a little bit, because that was the mode I was I really wanted to play it the most. And you can definitely tell that was the mode that the designers kind of designed it for, because the first thing you're prompted it for when you start up the game is which control scheme you want to use, and regardless of what controller you're picking, either dual analog, like in traditional controls, or the default, which is like the hybrid motion control aiming mode,
right?
Which is what it's selected by default. And that I felt like it was just not very precise in the way it needed to be precise, because there are certain enemies in this game, this from playing this, Seth, where you'll use the lock-on to target the enemy, but then you have to like shift the pointer just to the side, like left or right, to hit a specific target on an enemy. Sometimes, like maybe their weak point is like on their shoulder, but the lock-on is targeting their chest. Like that's more made to show off the capabilities of the mouse mode or the pointer controls that I just felt weren't as precise as they needed to be for this type of game.
Precision is important in this game in a way that maybe people wouldn't expect. And to the game's credit, one thing that I do really like is the controls are very customizable. You can you can go into the settings and adjust like the dead zone of the controller and like the sticks and stuff. And like,
there's like an advanced mode where you could toggle like everything, even down to like the multiple modes for buttons you can toggle to like switch to different things.
Which I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool that you can do that. Like things like you were describing, like having to kind of break out of the lock on and stuff. Like you can adjust how kind of hard you have to push to get out of that. I thought that was neat. The way I wound up enjoying playing the game the most, I tried both with my Pro Controller 2 and with the mouse controls. I think the mouse controls actually feel really good for the most part. I actually use the mouse controls for the final boss, who does require a lot of precision. I will say that the final fight, especially the first phase of the final fight, requires a lot of precision. But the way I played most of the game was just with my Pro Controller 2, using a mix of dual analog and gyro, almost the way that you would play Splatoon or something. Like you would kind of use the gyro to look around and stuff, but move with the sticks. I really liked playing the game that way. So Sean's shaking his head no.
Couldn't be me. You say like the way you would play Splatoon?
Yeah.
No.
That's how I play it.
I was going to say, like, I'm
no.
a lot like Sean, where I play with the Pro Controller now. just like a normal game.
But I mean, one of the first things we really saw when it was really in earnest, like revealed to us, was this game, as at least on Switch 2, like it plays at 4K 60. It's got 120 frames mode. It's a shooter, man. Like it's like kind of, so a lot of what you guys have been talking about kind of speaks to that a little bit, like all these different control modes and customize your controls, all these different, like, and fine tuning, dead zone, all like it speaks to a particular audience, like maybe even a Halo 4 kind of audience. I feel like maybe Metroid Prime has always been that sort of like inspired somewhat by Halo a little bit.
Yeah, it's a very different feeling game though, because it is so much about the exploration and less about the shooting. I talked about it in the video, but like they designed it out that way on purpose, where like the game itself is meant to be, you know, fairly low difficulty until you get to the bosses, to encourage you to explore more, like to encourage you to go and look through every nook and cranny and not feel like you're pressured by your back's against the wall because of how hard it is.
Yeah, it's and that holds true here too. It's a very like it is as much an adventure, like puzzle solving exploration kind of game as it is like an action shooter. You know, stuff like that. So
it's so much scanning, just so much.
Ton of scanning. I got obsessed with scanning. I was scanning everything, Ryan.
Yeah, I did end up getting my first death, Seth. The boss I'm at now, the fourth dungeon boss, is the first death I got in the game. So I was going on a deathless run for a while in this game. We didn't mention this, Seth, but one of my little critiques is like, it needs more autosave points or more save points just in general, because I didn't believe you when you said that you got kicked back to the save point. Cause like I had forgotten to save a while back. And when I died, it kicked me back. I lost like 15 minutes of progress. It was very annoying.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's still pretty like, because to be clear, like Prime 1, like back in those, there was no autosave at all. Like there were a lot more save points. Right, but a lot more save points. You're right. Like in this, in a dungeon or whatever, you might, I think the most you'll see is maybe 2 or 3 save points in the whole thing. So that is definitely an issue. The game does have an autosave, but I think the way it works is anytime you like load into a new zone, which those zones are pretty big in this game, anytime you like take an elevator or whatever and load into a new zone, I think then it autosaves. But to your point, Ryan, there could be 15, 20 minutes between that happening and you hitting a save point, or that happening and you hitting an encounter where you die or whatever. Like, you know, so it is old school in that way. Like it feels like a kind of retro thing that can be punishing if you are not careful. So
cool.
Good game.
If we have time, Seth, before we go, Yarden in the chat actually has a good question for us. Do you think that they should hard reboot Metroid at some point, probably to get new people in? I mean, they kind of did that with Metroid Zero Mission a long time ago, but that was like 2004. It's been a long time since they did the hard reboot on Metroid. I mean, Metroid is one of those games, as we've talked about, where there's story if you want to find it, but it's never been like the main focus of the games. And for that reason, I don't necessarily think it needs a full reboot. But I think maybe in like 10 years time or less, I could see them rebooting it and it being totally fine. Or like, I wonder if they do like another remake of the first Metroid game again. Like if they went all the way back again.
I could see that. I agree with you. I also don't think that like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I don't get the sense that that's the hang up. Like, I don't think that a lot of people are saying like, man, I would love to give Metroid a try, but I can't jump in now. Like, I don't get the sense. That's not really what I'm feeling from people. Mm-hmm. I think that people maybe just don't really have a grasp of like what Metroid is, or if they, would know if it's something for them or not. That's why I really do encourage people. I do push people towards Prime Remastered, because it is a pretty low cost way to like dip your toes in the water and see if you think this is for you. So I don't know. And you could kind of look at something like a Metroid Dread or a Prime 4 and think about it as if it were, not a reboot, but certainly like a new kind of jumping on point for like a modern Metroid game, and feel like you weren't missing that much.
Although you'd be totally lost with the story in that game. because
in Dread,
in Dread specifically, it's very much like Metroid 5. Like, it's very much that.
Yeah, so it's interesting, man. I don't know. I think that Nintendo is pretty happy with Metroid being what it is, like kind of this, this thing that appeals to the hardcore fans and stuff, that sells well enough to keep it going. I don't know how. Like, I feel like they don't want to ruin the sanctity too much of what Metroid Prime is and what Metroid in general is, and I think that's probably for the better.
Yeah, like I think, like, as long as Sakamoto-san continues to make games at Nintendo, like, they will continue to do what they're doing with Metroid, probably.
I agree. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway,
I'm really curious to see if they'll ever like do a new like Metroid Other M style game again. I think that would be really interesting, actually.
I think Other M had some really cool and interesting ideas.
Yeah.
That kind of mix of like 3D and 2D and stuff, and I'm a big defender of the Wii and motion controls and things, but I quite enjoyed that, and I'd be curious to see them kind of explore that again too.
Yeah. Just like I still think I kind of want to see Nintendo take another crack at the Zelda 2 formula. Like, I still do.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it'd be great.
But
are you like trying to test to see if I'm still listening? Like, I'm right here.
Zelda 2 is a great game, Sean. You be quiet.
Zelda 2 is a great game.
See, Seth knows.
I agree.
Seth understands.
Great. You guys had such a good conversation.
I can't wait for the GUIs because Garrett liked that game a lot, and he played it for the first time this year. So
but great. That would be amazing.
Just like Parasite Eve was like last year for him.
Another Christmas game.
Although I have a feeling he's going to talk about Mass Effect a lot, so let's just
I'm open to that.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, I forgot to mention this when talking about Skyrim. Now that we have Skyrim on Switch 2, where the hell is the Mass Effect Legendary Collection?
Tell me about it. Yep.
Or Legacy Collection, whatever it's called.
Legendary.
You should ask EA. Like, where are their games in general besides Madden and FIFA?
Put that on Switch 2. Just do that and print money, you idiots.
Instead, what'll happen,
you
Seth,
stupid idiots.
What'll happen instead is it'll be a twisted like monkey's paw wish being granted, and you'll get Mass Effect Andromeda instead.
Yeah, it'll be Andromeda only on Switch. Yeah, you're probably right.
Or just Dragon Age the Veilguard. You'll get just that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, just put Mass Effect on there.
But one day.
Let's all play Mass Effect in 2026
I agree.
Yeah, why not?
Dude,
I started out there. For anybody who's still here, that's the secret password. We're all playing Mass Effect in 2026.
Yeah.
Like,
leave it in the comments.
I started up a new profile on my PlayStation. I'm like, Gizmodo, damn, no thanks.
Golly.
I will. You know what? Too. Let me just say that I swear I'm not trying to get us on too many tangents on this 2-hour podcast. Mass Effect in a post Baldur's Gate 3 world, like the people that love Baldur's Gate 3, guys, like Mass Effect is that.
It's like, literally right there.
The relationships and the characters and like the way that people talk about the characters in Baldur's Gate and all of that, like that Mass Effect is really where that kind of got its real genesis. Like,
guess
previous
who made
Bioware games.
Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, all that stuff was in Knights of the Old Republic and Jade Empire as well. Like, that's a BioWare thing.
Oh my God, the BioWare! Have you guys done a BioWare? You guys did BioWare on the RPG Cave, right?
We sure did.
They did.
We actually did 2 of those.
BioWare
episodes,
legendary. Okay, Tony Baker's in the chat. There's some people out there who have not played Mass Effect. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. That's whatever. I'm working through it. It's fine. But for those of you who I am your cup of tea or cup of coffee or whatever, do it for me. I will take it. Do it as a personal favor. You will lift me up. And you will be playing one of the best franchises ever. The 3 of those games came on the PS. Well, technically the 360 originally. They all connect. They all connect. All 3 games came out on one console.
People still are not doing this.
Yep.
Yeah.
The save actually comes through all 3 games too, which is so cool.
It is insane, you guys. We just don't. Oh, they don't make them like this anymore.
They
do
don't.
it for me. Yarden says I will play Andromeda just for Sean. Honestly,
no.
Whatever. I'll take it. I don't even know.
No,
hate that
Conrad
game
Werner
terrible.
is not in Andromeda. Okay,
My
you
face
need to
is
get
tired.
it, play a game with.
Yeah,
Conrad
you do need
Werner.
Conrad Werner.
Oh my god,
yeah,
you guys, do it for me, please.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel bad for Gizmodo, whose space hamster died because they didn't.
Oh
feed it.
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Prime 4 is good. Thanks for talking about it with me, Ryan.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. This was super fun. I mean, anytime you want to talk about Metroid, I'm always up for it. So
Yeah,
just
you're-
weird
you're-
NES games. Those are
Yeah,
my
you're-
two.
you're
Those
always
are the two
welcome.
Ryan Turford things: weird NES games and then Metroid.
Yeah, have that good cross section.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let me thank the patrons real
Yeah,
quick
end this.
before we wrap up.
end.
We must
Sean needs to go to bed.
conclude.
No,
we
it's
must
still,
conclude.
I'm still fine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
should eat
well,
though. I haven't had dinner.
You should
but
eat.
I could
Yeah,
eat.
You should eat something.
Yeah.
Thanks so much to everybody who supports us on Patreon, patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. Thank you to our ultimate producers like Brendan Myers, aka _Winter Gamer, and Jonathan Brown, Yaby, whose music can be found at linktra.ee/pme.jib. Links are in the show notes. Please show your love and support to our ultimate producers. Thank you to our platinum producers like Benny, Smoke and Yo, The Captain, and Tim Paullin. And thank you to our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Hambone Jonny, Yon32, Laura, Ligerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, Peje EP, Stephen Keller, and Technical Michael. We really appreciate y'all. So, I'm sorry, what happened?
He's my 5K bro. Don't worry about
you're
it. I'm
5K
just, I'm
bro,
just,
okay.
I'm sending
Sean's
I thought you were
silent
signaling-
signals. Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought
That
you were
did look like a
signaling
wait.
something
That
to
was
me.
like a wait. I thought, okay.
Yeah, I was like, did I
I'm
miss
sorry.
someone? Yeah.
I was
All
trying
good.
not to disrupt, but golly, I just keep doing it. I can't do
No.
anything right.
No, I'm gonna love you no matter what. TechMike, Sean's 5K bro. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon. Get a 7-day free trial on patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. It's a great time to do that because we're dropping so much junk on Patreon right now.
There's even stuff we haven't even announced yet that'll also be there. So please.
There's so much stuff, you guys. Like it's a good time to check out the Patreon. If you've been on the fence, now's the time. That's patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. We'll see you there. Ryan, tell everybody where they can find you. Tell them about your video again. Tell them about the RPG cave.
Yeah.
Tell them all the stuff.
So first of all, you can find me right here, carpoolgaming.com, over at the RPG Cave with Garrett Bland. We record every Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time. That's how you can tell we're the carpool podcast that's always on time because we always do it at the 05. That's how you know we're on time.
05.
Yes. Except you won't be able to hear that show for another month because Garrett and I are currently on break because Garrett's actually moving this weekend, which is very exciting. He's getting a new house. So we'll see him again in the new year. Also, you can find my video all about the history of Metroid, even though it's an hour and 50 minutes long, on the Carpool Gaming YouTube channel, youtube.com/Carpool Gaming. Check it out. And let me know what you think, because I would love, honestly, your feedback on that, and if you guys liked it or didn't like it, or if you want to see more stuff like that. Again, we'll be getting 3 more videos like it soon, so make sure to check that out. Otherwise, I'm in the Discord at Ryan Turford, as well as all the other places at backlog.com, letterbox.com, Blue Sky at Ryan Turford, on all the things. Yay.
I love it. Sean, how about you?
Ryan reminds me that I'm also unbacklogged and
You sure are.
letterboxed, and Blue Sky is CPG, Sean. And most mornings, as it turns out, I think I can actually go ahead and say that. Most mornings, twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live. It is a good time, you guys. I'm so grateful to everybody who shows up and jumps in the chat. We start our day together. We are all drinking our coffee. We're playing games. People are jumping in voice chat with me, some of the hosts sometimes. Twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live. And as you mentioned with the housekeeping, I'm on like everything on Patreon right now.
Yeah.
Trying to give you guys reasons. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Also, We the Gamercast episodes, at least 1 and 2 of this little mini series we got going on. Mr. Babbitt is up already. Very soon, Chris Johnston, and then early in 2026. I almost said the guest. We'll save the guest. The guest is it's a nice conversation.
Keep it separate.
Little surprise.
Yeah, I'll be on the GUIs. We're doing all the different things, man. So join the Discord, guys. We got some great people in there. Come join us. Be part. We celebrate people's birthdays when it's their birthday. It makes them feel special. It's good feelings.
We clap and say your name sometimes. when
We
you do that.
clap and say your name a lot.
It's good vibes, man. Good vibes
Just
all
vibes.
around. Yeah, just vibe. We're just vibing. Just vibes.
Yep.
I mean, if you are a fan of the show, you like there is a whole other kind of like this really is just a fraction of what we do with Carpool Gaming. So you owe it to yourself to join the community, join the Discord, and check out the Patreon. Like, we're not just saying that. Like, I know that a lot of people push you to their Patreon just because they like want money or whatever. Like, we put a lot of stuff on that page. It is the most bang for your buck, I think, of any Patreon I've ever seen.
Agreed.
Like, humble brag. Like, it's
making
crazy.
me question a lot, you guys. Like,
yeah,
so
we're giving y'all too much.
It's good. Yeah, it might be like
Maybe we got to tone it down a bit.
Wondering, this might be the wrong move. I don't know.
That's right. We're giving away too much, man. But as for me, you can find me on Blue Sky as well at $2 Hero. You can add me on your Nintendo Switch at SW411280613454, just like Eric Lindros.
Just like him.
And yeah. We'll be back next week for our final episode of 2025. But until then, for Ryan, for Sean, I'm Seth. This is the Nintendo Drive. We love you all very much. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome Nintendo Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com. And you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all sorts of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive post show. Links to everything are in the description. See you next week!